Good evening, one and all. It is my distinct and unfortunate sober duty to amaze and astound you with the tales of the third Longe the Fourth. That's me. You've heard of me, I'm sure. I'm the greatest bard of all of Asta. I mean, I'm between albums right now. I have friends too. They're alright. Some people call them accomplices, but honestly, we don't really accomplish that much. Okay, there's Des. She's like a ninja crossed with a ghost. Crossed with a scarier ghost. I can punch really good. And then we've got Midori. Yeah, he can practically explode a person with a sword. It's wild. What? No, yeah, plenty of people. I've seen him kill so many people. Yeah, he's a paladin. Are you even listening? Anyway, this is Vinny Cupcakes. He's really good at crime. Man, if you ever need some crime done, you should definitely go to him. Top shelf. Also a warlock to like this really powerful devil. But that's a secret, so don't tell anyone. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you all this, ever since we landed in Baldur's Gate, people keep asking us what we're planning. Look, we got dragged through a hell portal to get here, we've been chased by devils, made deals with demons, and our ship is pod scorpion right now. But let's get one thing straight. If there's one thing that we never, ever do, it's plan.
Welcome to I Speak Giant, the only substitute for quality. 3 great chains held the city of Baldur's Gate to Avernus. While they stand, the city is bound to the hells and cannot return to the material plane. Our fine heroes have severed 2 of these chains with the sword of Zariel, a powerfully divine blade, saved before the angel Zariel fell to devilish corruption, with only 1 chain left. Attached to the spire of Candlekeep, the entire city is now held vertically. We join our heroes as they tumble down the main thoroughfare, hopefully getting used to this new orientation before a building takes issue with their hasty descent. But before that, let's introduce our wonderful cast for tonight. The criminal of crime, Vinny Cupcakes, played by Luke Lancaster. You good?
Hi. You set me up for anything there, buddy.
That's good. Sword and arms sold separately. Midori the Red, played by Latovsky.
Great to be here, Zach.
No problem. Her fists were made for punching, and that's just what they'll do. Felicia McIntyre playing Desdemona.
That's right.
And he's a day late, but 2 steps ahead. Joel Rennie as the third Lontre the Fourth.
Woo, we love you, Lontre!
And joining us today, our special guest. There's nothing she barely can't do, which is a joke that will make sense later.
Uh-oh.
Jordan Raskopoulos, thanks for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure.
How we doing? Good? Feeling good? Feeling sassy?
Yeah.
Thanks for that recap.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a little bit.
Thank you for having me. I actually wore this dress depicts hell.
Sick.
By Hieronymus Bosch from the Garden of Earthly Delights triptych.
We took a different take
Yeah.
than Bosch did, but
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
ours is just as artistic.
Well, Bosch is kind of the Where's Wally of butt stuff.
That's a fun game for everyone at home to play. Just look for the butts on Jordan's shirt.
In that you need to find Wally in the butt stuff, or there's some butt stuff in the picture.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Okay.
It's definitely the cleanest start to a stream we've had. So, where we last left off, you were fighting with Thavius Krieg, Zariel's lieutenant, and previous high priest of Baldur's Gate, who animated an enormous statue of himself to attack the party. He, along with you guys, are falling down. In hot pursuit, the statue is behind you. But before we get to what you're doing and how you're going to arrest your very violent descent, Jordan, do you want to describe your character for us?
Oh, yeah. Screeching through the sky comes a hooded figure with a very large beak and very muscular arms. Their name is Aeron Cochrane, the Aarakocra Ranger.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm digging it. I will absolutely mispronounce that name every time. You say those syllables and they sound just alien to me.
Well, I mean, that is offensive.
How dare you?
I also feel like inherent flight kind of messes with the whole thing you had set up here with the vertical.
Yeah.
Well, you guys still have to deal with it, so stuff yours. So you were in the Pelican's Roost, which
Yeah.
is like your base set up in the kind of clock in a clock tower.
Yes.
Atop a church. When suddenly, from your perspective, about a couple of days ago, the entire city of Baldur's Gate, which you roam about fairly regularly,
Yep.
keeping the riffraff off the street.
Through the evenings and then through the days, I'm just billionaire play.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And then the entire city got dragged into hell.
It was bananas.
Yeah, it was not great. No.
It was crazy.
Yeah, you had plans on and everything, and now the whole hell thing.
Yeah.
You've been keeping the citizens mostly safe from incursions of devils and demons, and most recently a horde of undead that has sprouted from the catacombs and has mostly kept falling to the area below on Avernus. But it hasn't been a great few days.
No, look,
and
I've been keeping busy.
you've been it's just you've been run off your feet.
Yeah, look, no, really, if I stopped to process it, I wouldn't start again.
No. So you were in your little base, just stocking up to get back out there, when the entire city started to kind of lurch and raise, one side raising up to now entirely vertical. Across the city, there was pandemonium. Huge sounds of like crashing and breaking, people screaming. You immediately start to fly out, and as you did, you see these group of individuals like tumbling down the street. A few of them are now properly airborne, falling directly. What are you all doing? Yeah, a lot of that.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah.
Is that helping? Or?
That's my action.
I feel like Des would be not falling. I think
God.
she's like just jumping from building to building.
We're a minute in and we've already hit the monk bullshit.
She's not. I mean,
Yeah, mostly okay. Yeah, you've been able to like kip off certain things. Like you're still not in entirely control of yourself,
Yeah.
but you are managing to kind of like bounce from thing to thing.
Yeah.
I've seen those movies with the
Yeah.
wires.
yeah, same. Yeah.
Everyone's just
She's giving it
all
away.
the rest. All the rest of the cast are just ragdolls that like there's been like when you
Yeah.
can clearly see they've just thrown a test dummy, and it's just Des on flying wires. It's like.
Oh man.
And Aaron is just CGI'd in as you.
Yes.
come
Oh
flying
yeah.
in.
Yeah. Nice.
How's Vinny doing?
Well, I feel like I'm still invincible, so I'll see what happens.
Vinny was recently made undead and has been taking too much of a liking to this
Well, look,
state.
I died and I'm fine, so I'm gonna see this play out.
Fine is a one way. It's an opinion. How's Midori doing?
Well, I am quite lithe and dexterous and good at falling in my
And
plate
wearing
armor.
heavy-
So I'm gonna go with like not a massive amount of like dexterity and acrobatics happening right now. I'm mostly doing, as you explained, the falling.
Yeah.
I'm picturing you sliding down cobblestone and just like a whole spark trail.
Yeah, like really heavy.
I'm ricocheting off of pretty much any jagged surface that you can think of.
Is the acceleration due to gravity in Avernus different to
Not particularly.
9.8
It's
meters
still
per second squared?
Yeah. I'll calculate. I'll calculate.
Yeah.
I don't know, just
Uh-huh.
carry the 2. Yeah, it's looking bad still. So you're heading now to like you're screaming towards the side of this quite large church.
Oh no, I'm not screaming. I fell unconscious a long time ago.
Landing in a heap, unless you wish to try and grab anyone.
I've got 2 arrows that have like a net between them, and I'm like,
Ooh, I
I
like
make
that.
like a net, a catchy net.
Cool.
That's cool.
Competency, that's surprising.
Yeah, that's
Look
not,
at
that's not our
this.
normal.
Consummate professionals. All right, make an attack roll.
Yeah.
Really bad.
19.
19. That should do it. You kind of like shoot these 2 arrows out. They go in kind of like a double helix as they spin out, land.
Got you in my sight.
And you kill him.
Oh.
You kill him.
It worked out fine for the last guy. I eagerly await my new invincible body.
Really recommend this death.
Both these arrows sink into the cobblestone. They're enough to arrest Midori's momentum, momentarily taking the brunt of the fall before those like snap, and then you just like kind of hit like fall like probably 10, 15 feet into the side of this quite large church.
Still not optimal in.
Yeah, you're
know.
still very unconscious.
Yeah.
And with
As you land with,
Finesse and grace.
I would say several points of falling damage, but you're
We can roll them if you'd like.
So
It's
no.
not gonna. Yep.
Well, I'll roll them for
yeah, I think with this net that is recently broken, Luntre just falls. Still screaming. Like,
Yeah, let me
and
just-
the momentum just staring directly at the ground this entire way.
It's an odd way to start an episode with a TPK.
Yeah. You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage as you come careening, smashing through one of the plate glass, the stained glass windows, and then continuing on inside the church.
Oh.
Yes. When I smash through it, am I leaving an outline?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the stained glass
Family
window
Guy.
was of Zariel coming into Thavius Krieg, like blessing him, and you've just smashed entirely through the Thavius Krieg, so it looks like Zariel is
Exact
blessing
same,
your
by the way.
silhouette.
Good.
How's old
I told
Undead.
you, I'm just gonna see what happens.
bad is what's gonna happen. You also take 18 points of bludgeoning
Fine.
damage.
What do I care, Zach?
As you thump,
Kill me again, why don't you?
not wetly, but like quite just like a sack of potatoes.
it's a dry
just like-
thump.
it's a dry
Dry
thump.
thump.
A dry thump.
Thwack,
A
really.
thwack. A thwump? Potentially a thwump.
Oh, that sounds a bit wet.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah?
moist.
Is it
Yeah.
the wetness still?
Also,
feel like a-
lawyers from Nintendo have advised us that it wasn't a thwomp under any
It was a
circumstance.
thwomp. It's a thwomp.
Yes, it's a thwomp. Yeah,
Wham.
yeah.
Okay, you've all made your various degrees of graceful landing.
Nailed
Please proceed. What is your wishes and desires?
We've won the game, guys.
On it.
Yep. Done.
You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off. Lontre, you are inside this church. There is a number of individuals in this church, that people that you've kind of taken there during this kind of siege.
Yeah,
against
we've
the-
got like there's like Milo.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And,
yeah, those
Yeah.
blankets that you always get. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Orange quarters, it's halftime.
Yeah.
got some of the green whistles.
The greens there.
Yeah.
Red frogs are there.
I think that Luntre casts a new spell he has,
Oh, no.
which he doesn't know how it works, but he's going to do it anyway because it takes an action. He's going to use one of those good berries. How does
Oh,
that
yeah.
work, Zach?
What's the material component for that good spell?
It's some berries is probably not what it is.
Yeah,
A
no.
sprig of mistletoe.
Yeah.
Which luckily Luntre had in his pocket.
Roll
Because
for
we
it.
haven't. You know, really?
Roll for it.
What am I
All
rolling?
of you have mistletoe.
Which one? What type of
A
dice?
D20.
All right.
Just tell me the answer.
Ooh, that's a 17.
You have a sprig
Just one.
It's Christmas.
There's
There's mistletoe
Are you
everywhere.
going to war over fucking Goodberry?
Yeah, I'm going to war over Goodberry. This is where I draw the line.
Oh no, we all get 1 hit point back.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, I
To be
used
fair,
my
when you're on 0, 1 is decent
Yeah.
enough.
Totally. You get 10 good berries when you cast good berry as well.
Yeah.
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 All right. But I used
Um,
my action to make them, so now I'm just staring at them.
You've sprained yourself, and then you pull out, and the mistletoe is like it's like broken a little bit. You give it a kiss, and it grows a whole bunch of berries.
All right.
Yeah, give it a wink and a
Yes.
finger gun.
Pretty much. You nailed it. I can leave now.
I can just play your
I just
character.
be an NPC.
So you've got some good berries.
Yeah.
You bent
What?
your Wookiee in several places, so you can jump on a few of those and feel better
All right.
if you wish.
Well, it takes one action per eating
You're
of
not,
a good
you're not
berry.
in
So I'm just-
initiative.
all right. Then I think
We're going to be playing this game 6 seconds at a time.
All right, now it's your turn. It's your turn. You can speak. You can speak.
Andre chews on one of these
far
good
out.
berries
Yeah, yeah.
and looks around to look for a cup of Milo.
All the mugs. Like, there's only one remaining mug, and a tiny forlorn little girl is holding it, who looks woe-begotten.
He doesn't have any Milo. You should take the mug.
She looks like you could definitely take that mug very easily.
I think Luntre walks up to her and is like, "Hey, I've got these delicious. No, shh. I've got these delicious little berries for you. Would you like to trade one of this berry?
Enough for my papa.
I will give you 2 of these berries if you give me the.
Papa?
He can have 1 of these berries.
My brother, he is very sick.
Okay, you can have 3 of these good berries if I can have the Milo.
Sister is also.
You can have the remaining 9 good berries. If. Yes.
How many more berries?
No, that's it.
Not cast. I saw you cast.
I don't. I'll have to roll for more mistletoe.
Maybe you should. Maybe
Alright.
you want to have got mug and you seem to have just berries.
This is too hard. This
It's a seller's market here.
It really is.
Yeah. I'm extorting you.
How much
Berries.
trouble will I get
How old
in?
is this little girl?
She's like 6.
Nice.
she's very
Why
wily.
are you getting
Alright.
hustled by a little urchin girl?
She reaches out a hand. She's
Yeah.
like, it's fine. Just give me what you got.
All right, Luntre gives her the 9 good berries.
Oh my god! They're all healing.
Hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Midori remains unconscious upon the ground outside.
Oh, hang on, no. I can spare the dying on you now. That's a thing that I have.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You go to, I think, Vinny Cupcakes. You have, in the past, performed medicine checks on an unconscious person.
No,
by
I-
cauterizing their wounds.
This is indeed a thing that I have done, correct.
Now
You've also
the
harmed
fire-
me closer to death before, so this is a mixed bag.
The fire now within you has changed somewhat, given your undead form, and now when you go to do the same action, instead sprouts forth this kind of like
Black milky substance.
necrotic energy. Thank you, and yeah, you see like the stuttering breath from Midori start to goes back to stable breathing.
I thought I was gonna start taking death saving throws there. I'm gonna be real with you.
You're okay. You're still unconscious, but with any healing, like any at all, you'll
Cool.
be.
If only we had 10 small sources of that.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
That's a shame.
Luntre's sitting in the corner drinking this Milo, very happy.
Yeah.
There's just a red smear next to you.
Aaron, you
Yeah.
walk up to this group of individuals who.
Bloody hell, gang! You sure took a big tumble there. Is your mate all right?
Oh, he does this.
Oh, he's fine. I didn't need to burn him at all this time.
Yeah.
That's all right. I could conjure some good berries if he'd be after. I've got mistletoe aplenty.
Oh, no, look, it's best you don't do that. There's a little girl who's like real interested in berries right now.
No, she's just after the mistletoe. It is Christmas after all. Trying to get a smooch.
She was 6. It's fine. We can. That's fine.
Just like an age
She
appropriate
was a
peck on the
goblin
cheek.
6, which is basically an adult.
All
Did you
right.
say Goblin 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goblins
fine, sure.
become an adult.
Like dog years.
Yeah.
She was actually in her mid 40s.
Yeah.
That's canon now.
That's canon now.
It is now.
But yeah, I have mistletoe aplenty because you never know when it's going to be Christmas. I conjure up some good berries and I mash them into a paste with my beak.
Oh, nice.
And then I reach over Midoriya. No, just like Mummy used to do. No.
I think I wake up at the exact second that some goes awry and just splats right in my open eye.
You see a huge pelican beak just like wafting goodberry jam into your open mouth.
I close my eyes again.
Maybe it's a bad dream. You open your eyes, it's still there.
Yeah.
Oh, good, it's real. Hi there. What's up?
Hey, how's it going? My name is Aaron Quackring. How you doing?
I'm good. What's with the force feeding? The feeding.
Oh, I'm saving your life, mate.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, we're filming Bondi Rescue.
I'm Midori.
Hi.
Oh yeah, you already
I've
introduced us.
introduced
Sorry, I
us,
was
yeah,
just
no,
knocked unconscious.
it's
It's
fine.
a bit of head trauma.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Talking collectively to the group.
You feel kind of like a pain in your back. You roll over, and beneath Midori is this gleaming greatsword. Divine energy kind of like emanates from it.
Oh, this is the sword of Zariel, by the way.
Oh, crikey. That looks
Very important.
That looks expensive.
I don't know. I haven't tried to pawn it yet, but we'll see.
We should try that.
Not really.
Oh.
But look. I'll tell you. I'll be honest here. I'm a little behind with the whole flying big beak force feeding thing with the thing going on. Can we get like a 2-second recap?
Oh no, you're pretty caught up. We fell, and
Yeah.
then it was Aaron or Lantre, and we took a gamble on that one.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still alive though.
Great.
You
So
yell from
Yeah. There's a really good Milo over here. Who's your friend?
shit. Yeah, I'm gonna get some Milo.
you all make your careful way around to the double doors, and kind of inside is a bit chaotic. You fly down there, swoop down. You kind of making sure people are okay, lifting things. A lot of the people are able-bodied in
Mistletoe
here.
out, yeah.
We're helping the people who are trapped or pinned
Getting
under the pews.
What?
Sorry?
Pews?
Oh,
yeah, no, yep.
Okay.
use is fine.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
That makes
Yep.
sense.
Didn't hear the other word.
Oh, I had a different word.
Yep.
Okay.
Ah.
All right. All right.
Hey, that two people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
See?
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're under the pew. They're fine.
Under the fine pews.
Under the fine pews.
Velas.
You manage to make sure everyone's okay. And I'm not sure if you would be comfortable with this, but you kind of usher them into the Pelican's Roost, the kind
Yes, I'll
of
bring them
secret
in.
base you have in the clock tower above for some kind of a little bit away from everyone, so you can chat about the things that are going on.
Yeah. So, tell me more about this shiny sword. Also, I didn't get your names and pronouns.
Well, I'm Vinny. I'm a he and a gnome. This is Des.
I'm a
She's
she.
a she with 2 fists.
That's right. I've got 2 fists and I'm an elf.
This is Lantre, which is an ongoing mystery.
That's the pronoun as well. So Lantre, the Lantre.
And you met Midori when you
Half elf, old dude. What did you call this place?
Midori, old man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I'm pretty cool. I'm the cool one of the group.
Yeah.
Did you call this place? What was this place? The clock ring? You said?
It's a quack ring. That's my name. This is the
Okay.
Pelican's Roost. My pronouns are cray and creme.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, just
right.
I use anything interchangeably. Yeah.
Right.
Can you add some flavor? What does the Pelican's Roost look like? What's
Yeah.
Australian Batman kind of like?
So in the Pelican's Roost, there is. So we're in the clock tower. There are a number of telescopes, all looking out to different parts of the city.
Which are all entirely useless now that it's on its side.
Hanging from the ceiling are a number of banners from like life-saving tournaments and Ironman competitions.
yeah.
And there's various books scattered around, and some Aarakocra pornography that just kind of was stashed under
stashed away, and now
under a
it's
cushion,
just,
but
like,
now that it's
lying
fallen,
on
it's all
the
fallen out everywhere.
Birds.
Yeah, birds.
Been ages since I read a play bird.
Yeah. And I'm very hurriedly putting them into my beak so that nobody knows.
Berry, didn't you?
Yeah.
You got like a centerfold just hanging out the
Yeah,
side.
yeah. There's just.
Yeah.
We'll save that for later.
So you essentially all get Aaron up to speed, which is that there's one chain holding the city down. The sword of Zariel has been incredibly effective at undoing the magics of Zariel. So their plan is to sever the last chain, which is connected to the highest peak of Candlekeep, which is as you would know, a castle on the edge of town that kind of serves a lot of religious services and kind of tradition. There is also above that floats above Candlekeep, the companion star. For the last 300 years, it was this symbol of the fact when Thavius Krieg saved the city by driving off a horde of undead, by making a deal with by bringing in Zerial when she was still in her outwardly good appearance. You later found out that it was a trap. Like the companion star was lacing the town with necrotic energy, lacing the catacombs specifically for the moment where they would drag the entire city through the companion star into Avernus and raise the catacombs as the largest undead army that has ever been.
Yeah, and for some reason the Starks all hid there.
Yeah. Like, why? Why would you go there? So, yeah. So they catch you up to speed. Essentially, the plan is they need to sever the chain. They need to touch the Sword of Zerial to the companion star. That's the plan.
Yeah, we all remembered that.
Yep.
Yeah. All
Says
good.
Midori.
Yep.
Well,
Now repeat that in real time.
do you need an extra set of hands and a set of wings on your adventure?
I feel like having just easy flight would ruin this whole adventure. I mean, would be quite handy on this.
I don't know. We have a habit of everyone who joins us seems to die pretty quickly.
That happened one time.
Lontre, you're sipping Milo out of a scabbard. Do you really need all the help we can get right now?
Vinny died.
Scabbard.
Yeah, twice, and I'm fine.
That's true.
That is true, yeah.
I suppose. I mean, I'm the leader of the party, and if I say okay,
You're not. That's not true. That nope.
He is. He's 100% the leader of the party. He's wise
I
beyond
thought
his
he was
years.
the leader.
this is news to me. I'm scared. Yes, you can join our party.
All right, let's. Yeah, Aaron's got some friends. Finally, yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
What is this?
Shuckers?
Fun.
Yeah.
Is that not a thing amongst elven culture?
No, it's not.
No? Just outside. Threw that ball out there.
No! And for some world building? No, fucking denied.
Yes, and.
No, but.
No, but.
No, thank you. Outside the neighboring building, the block which is down for you. You see the statue of Thavius Krieg, kind of half embedded in one of the buildings, with Thavius himself wedged under one of the statue's great arms.
Is this ironic? Or
Yeah. You see him trying to
He's having a great time.
pull himself away and
Himself.
out. Yeah. He is literally pinned under his own ego.
You just couldn't stop completing that whole metaphor as it literally is.
Yeah, I really want to.
Just in case you didn't get that. That's him being trapped underneath a figure of him.
Hubris.
Oh, very good. Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
very
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very good.
Hubris.
So glad you explained it.
Like that Matt Damon movie.
yeah.
We bought a zoo.
all of them.
All of them.
What do you guys do?
Is he still hexed? Lasts for 24 hours, Zachary.
Yeah. Did you maintain concentration when you fell?
Did you?
Oh.
Nope.
Not particularly. No, he is, but he's very much wedged under there.
Cool. Now we know that.
I mean, it feels
So-
unsportsmanly to just shoot him now.
Yeah, you could hang out the window. And
He
just,
said, cocking a finger pistol immediately.
Aaron, who doesn't know who this person is, sort of goes to maybe help.
yeah, you fly out.
Oh, don't touch him.
no.
Don't touch him.
What? No.
He's a little bit demon.
Oh.
A little bit more demon than maybe you'd be
Oh.
used to saving
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Bad guy. Bad.
yeah.
Bad.
About how far away would you say?
You could jump down. It's probably a 15-foot drop out of the. You'd have to go back into the church, and it'd be a 15-meter.
Through a window as the pelican flies. How far?
You can get there. It's like about 60, 70 feet away.
Okay, so not arrow range.
So not monkey.
50 feet is arrow
Yeah.
range.
Yeah. The longbow.
Oh yeah, right. Longbows. Yeah. I'm so used to everything being 30 that This threw me.
Even short bows are
So like
like
15 feet
Uh,
is about twice the length of this.
Yeah, it was very short distance.
I have
very, very short.
I have time to kill.
15 feet.
Like this table's
5 meters.
about 6 feet long.
Yeah, so it's like
it's like
150,
2 of these tables.
200 feet away. Are you happy? Is that good?
I'm gonna get you a conversion chart.
Yeah.
I think you are not happy.
I'm not happy. I don't know what distance.
Can I
is.
spend the next 5 minutes peppering him with everything that looks like an arrow in the
If you want
vicinity?
to, if you want to just go out and kill him, you can. That can be absolutely done.
It's very tempting.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, removing the whole 50% of the demons in charge thing here that's going on? I feel like we've been given a unique opportunity here to maybe, destroy the... No?
I am not one to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Right. Do you do, like...
Murders? Yeah.
That is a good start. I was going to go with...
Yeah,
I was
no,
going to
there's-
start with transportation and work up to murder, but it's good that we've got the whole shebang straight away.
Like straight to it. I appreciate that. Murders, yes.
Yeah, I'm down with the
Yeah.
murder.
Awesome.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, I love it.
I think it's a flock for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Not a murder, but...
Yeah.
No, murders are crows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corvids.
No, but
Anyway.
there's a group of us, so.
Yeah.
Flock
Are
of
we
birds.
killing the guy or not? Let's go kill the guy, and then we can worry about this.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way, like you go back into the church itself. Drop down from one of the stained glass windows. Walk up to him. He's standing there, like trying to drag himself out from under this thing. He just looks up at all of you surrounding. He's like, "Good evening."
I do the...
I don't know what this is.
It's the latest craze. It's the new fidget spinners.
Glad you've made a friend. Could do with a hand, maybe?
How about a foot and then I kick him in the face?
Nice.
Like, I have information.
Kind of information, and then I just kind of step on his face.
You see, like, he's partially in human form, partially in, like, the kind of, like, grotesque kind of, like, devilish form. As you, like, push into him, more of that flesh goes from, like, human to this, like, kind of, like, rotted kind of,
Oh, good.
yeah, kind of...
Oh, she's wearing sandals and everything. You're going to get
Am I?
Thaddeus all
No,
over
I'm
you.
wearing cowboy boots.
Oh, yeah.
And cowboy boots are made for walking. It's fine.
like, weaknesses, strengths,
Sorry, speak up.
weaknesses.
Step on his face more.
Oh, good idea. Dig my heel in a little bit.
Answer the question, Thaddeus.
This is only gonna get worse for you.
I pick my foot up.
Weaknesses. Face kind of
Ew.
forms back. Strengths. How to get to the last remaining chain. Defenses. Ariel has kept up.
Well, go on. You're wasting time.
No, I like
Also-
surprises. I think we should.
Well, we can roll a dice, and you tell us which one off of that.
Which what?
What?
Well, roll
Midori pulls out a die.
roll a d8.
Roll. Midori is clearly a nerd. He has guns on him.
His woodcuts.
I should have probably assigned one to each side for this, but you have your own thing. What's a 3 get me?
My safety and
No.
a piece of
No.
vital information.
Well, he won it.
Huh?
I guess he's walking free.
Nope.
That's the law.
Whose?
The law.
Of?
The.
Of the jungle?
Right.
I mean, it's a concrete jungle, but I feel like it works.
So I'm happy to exchange a number of pieces of information for the removal of me from this statue predicament.
How about you give us the information first?
Ooh, how about?
Nope.
That is not very clever on my part.
Maybe step on his face again.
That's a good idea. I step on his face.
Step on my face only once. It doesn't change the fact. Oh,
But I feel better when I do it, so.
fine.
Also,
go
you,
in.
you totally tried to kill us. Too,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's
You tried to kill me.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not
but you
first.
started it.
I didn't try to kill this one.
Oh, I feel like you're somehow responsible for the last 3 days of madness.
We all do this too.
Got a point.
maybe. But overall, okay, what's your take on this? Because we're doing this to end the blood wars and stopping all mortal life from being killed needlessly in a fight between devils and demons, and these schmucks are peeved that, you know, a few people will die in Baldur's Gate. So, you know.
I mean, I live in Baldur's Gate, so
ugh.
I'm kind of with these lot.
How long for?
It's a hard sell you're going.
How long for?
Oh, look, for the last 6 months I've lived in Baldur's Gate. Prior to that,
Right, so take it or leave it,
I
right?
was in Waterdeep. Before that, I was over in Chult. Yeah, and I got sapped over here in a hurricane.
Oh.
You've not really had a great run, have
No,
you?
I've been all over the place. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
This show is 9,000% more Australian. I love it. That was very good. It's like, so verdict on the look. You can bind me. You can tie me up. Whatever. Put me in a suitcase for the rest of this.
I've been to those
This-
parties.
So have I.
You were very big on the
I'm
whole
not judging.
priest thing, were you?
Looks like a judging face.
Well, no, I'm just curious about the parties.
Yeah, would be.
I guess I would be.
You can tie me to a post for all I care for the rest of the situation
I
here.
feel like,
Is that a
again, that's
party?
helping you based on the
Wait,
party.
hang on. And also, you're
Okay.
underneath a thing, and you're saying like, "Oh, would just let me out of this thing, and then you can leave me on a thing." How about we just leave you here,
This
where you
is
are?
extraordinarily painful since all my organs and such are being smushed.
Cool. Better talk quick then.
Or
So what you're saying is you're on a timeline. I get that.
and then if I die, the information dies with me.
Looks
feel
like
like
we'll
we'll
just have to wing it. We've got an Aarakocra now.
Wing it.
Ah.
Also, I feel like you really undersold that. I feel like it was worth a chuckle at least, man.
I'm not gonna pay that. No, I'm
Well,
not gonna.
enjoy having the organs liquefy, I guess.
I will.
Captive audience, laugh at my jokes.
I shan't.
Honestly, I'm loving this.
That's just like, look, if this stops whatever's going on between you two, then I'll help you out. But you have
Lovely.
to actually like give us real information,
Cross
or I
my
will
heart.
come back and actually kill you.
Sure.
No, sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, he seems trustworthy. I guess we're going with that.
Who has a lot of rope?
I mean, I've got this grappling hook.
Yes. Yes.
Lantre's grappling hook is a creature of pure malice and evil. It was made as a torture device. It also serves as a rod of immovability. It was used for horrifying, torture of the human soul and flesh. And he uses it as a grappling hook. Which
Sometimes tourniquet.
Yes.
sometimes
But I'm training it to be good.
No.
it is not
That is
going
not-
well.
It's gonna
not
take some
happening.
time.
Yep. So you want to wrap the rope around him and just kind of yank him out?
Yes.
Yep. All right. Who's on yanking duty?
I could just put it on him and say the word. Just keep him there and then move the statue.
Yeah, moving the statue
Yeah,
is
let-
much easier than moving a
Move the
person.
statue.
Yeah.
You're the monk.
Yeah. What?
We've got a sword that can cut through statues.
Monk bullshit. That's what I know.
Yeah, lifting statues.
Yeah.
Monk
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's what we do.
Just punch your way through it.
I
While
mean,
they're all-
actually, yeah. I could just
Was
punch
it
my way through the statue.
Metallic or stone, the statue?
Stone.
While they're all arguing, I'm just gonna walk up further along the statue and use the big flaming sword of Zara and just chop through the statue at a higher point.
Yeah, so it was the arm that was pinning him. So yeah, you can chunk with two huge blows.
You
You kind of smash your way through the arm. It kind of rolls off him, and he does this. You all see he ends from about midway down,
Oh no.
Is that?
all smushed up.
I
Is
feel
that
like he
bad
was
for-
like that before.
Yeah, is that bad for demons? Is it
He's like,
super
what?
bad?
Is it bad?
Don't look down.
No, it's fine. It's
Don't look
fine.
down.
It's fine.
Tell us real
Yeah.
quick, though, the thing you were going to say.
Have a good
Why?
berry.
It's blueberry, like
So
a
much
centimeter of
stuff for-
intestine, a centimeter of
better?
intestine.
Pops out the good berry.
Sorry about the pelican spit on it.
It's like, oh. That's not great.
So the information, too sweet, I guess.
Look, if you want to maybe scoop up some of the bits down there and just maybe take me somewhere that isn't out
I'll
here.
get a bucket.
Yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I'd use my beak, but yuck.
Yes. Yeah. Don't disagree. Sure. Let's. If someone wants to, give me a lift.
All right, get on my back. I wear him like a cloak.
He's like Yoda.
Yeah.
A very visceral.
Yoda.
I have never
it's a
been more
very-
glad that my armor is already red.
It's a very drippy Yoda.
I think Lantre picks up the good berry that popped out of his intestines and puts it in his pocket.
Oh,
You never know.
you never do know, I guess. We cut back to the shot of Aaron putting down the bucket of slop on a table that you've kind of righted in the Pelican's Roost up in the clock tower. As you
Davius on top of the bucket.
yeah, like
Draw legs
Yes.
on the bucket.
There you go, all better.
I had nicer pants than that.
All right. Draw in some better pants.
Thank you,
Yeah.
as my station deserves.
Nice shoes.
Yeah, nice bucket.
So.
Well, go
I feel like
on.
you can't possibly stall any more than you are at this point.
Fine.
You've got a
What do you need
podcast to do.
Fine. Look, okay. What do I? You're trying to get to the chain. I assume Zariel will patrol through the skies. She's adept at doing that. She has to check on a lot of things throughout the city. She's never in one place for very long. But she will sense the sword getting closer. She has some connection to it still, but she hasn't been able to locate it so far, I'm assuming, so good luck with that. By the way, Zariel will, and I mean no disrespect in this, more of a statement of fact, much as a dropped stone will hit the floor. If you do engage with direct combat with Zariel, she will, as the kids put it, wipe your damn lily asses.
Wow.
Thank you for saying it like that.
Sorry, who's kidding?
Also, can't hope that you noticed, but right now, if you drop a stone, it doesn't hit the floor. So I feel like we've got a pretty good job.
Yep.
Also,
good
I
run.
feel like you made similar threats before you were,
Paste.
twice the man you are right now.
Hey.
Are you really getting snippety at the interrogation?
I'll pay that one. So, things aren't. Your best idea is to distract and look. Do you really need me to? Do you want me to do all your tactics for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Waiting for you to give us the valuable information that you promised us.
Because right now you've said the big, powerful fallen angel is a big, powerful fallen angel, which I feel like, and I don't know if you guys were on the same page as me, we fucking knew.
At least 4 of us
Sorry.
knew that.
Okay, you're a bit
It's been a
snippy for
long day.
asking questions to a man in a bucket.
You're a
So,
bit snippy for someone who's being interrogated.
it's not the first time, and honestly, I've had better interrogations.
Wow.
Have you had
okay,
better
that's-
buckets, though?
have
'Cause
you
that is
done-
that is
Maybe he puts
good
a hole
bucket.
in the bottom of the
Okay. Oh,
Oh, my carpets!
That's
It's fine. It's gonna go out the window.
it. Just like drips out the window. That's rude, is what that is. Fine. Look, there's 2 main entrances from what I can see. There's the you can enter through Candlekeep itself. I'm not sure exactly what defenses Zariel has placed in there, but she does have quite a few.
More helpful information. There are defenses.
Yes.
Lift his finger off the hole in the bucket.
Okay. There is the other piece of this puzzle, which is about the chain, about the companion star. There is the How much do you know about necromancy?
I feel like I'm learning quick.
Yes. Your bit is falling off your arm there. Bit of flesh
that's
is
fine.
loose.
I didn't need that.
I could have used... It doesn't matter.
Andre picks the piece up, puts it in his pocket.
Just in case, who knows?
You never know.
You never know.
Oh, no.
There is someone keeping a rhythm, a beat. This much undead forces, they will need something to keep them together, to keep them focused, to keep them moving. There is that individual upon the spire as well. If you disrupt them, you will disrupt Zeriel's control over the undead horde.
Oh, I can do that. I famously have no rhythm.
Also, Zeriel's sword is incredibly adept at undoing her magics. I would assume that her sword will potentially undo her physical self. She may be only banished, like if you destroy her avatar, may only be banished back to whether she is completely corrupted, she will only return to a lower plane of hell. But if there is some celestial nature of her left, she will be banished back to Mount Elysium.
Sorry, could you repeat that? One more time?
Make a insight check.
What, me specifically?
It
Or
could be
just
someone else.
Anyone. I could be someone else? Is that what?
No, I've got a conundrum here in that I am a paladin and should be
should
good at
know
this,
this,
but I have a
yeah.
+0 in religion.
Insight.
I know, and a +0 in insight. Also handy. Oh wait,
Me
no, I
first.
don't. I have more. Oh, I outperformed Des in any check whatsoever. That is an 18.
How'd you do?
Nope.
You know that one of the things he said was a lie.
Okay, do I get the feeling he's lying, or do I know the thing that he's lying about?
No, you get a feeling that, like, the way he said different things, you feel like something in there wasn't right.
I shake the bucket. What aren't you telling us?
Ow.
You said that. You said that a bunch.
Yes, and I will repeat. Ow. What are you talking about?
I can tell from your tone of voice and other things to do with whatever I intuited from that role that you are not quite telling the truth.
Okay.
Where's the lie? Probably shouldn't have said that I didn't know what was the lie.
I mean,
Bear with me, guys. I'm
Yep.
good at this.
I'm telling the truth. My literal... Like, what do I have that will combat... This is all I've got. This is it. Me in a bucket.
I think
Do
Lantre...
you feel like a big man pushing me around?
Well, yeah.
Yelling at me?
You're like a high priest.
While this is happening, Aaron comes back with a little skateboard and is like fastening it to the bottom of the bucket.
I appreciate that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
look, it's very mobility's. It's freeing.
Do a kickflip.
Roll for...
Roll for kick.
I'll roll for kickflip. But I won't like it.
All right, I think this needs to be in front of the
I can't
screen.
believe this guy's actually going to be doing a kickflip for us.
That's
Yeah.
That's a nat 20 on the
He was born to skate. Davius Tony Hawk Krieg.
Now that he's on this skateboard, I'm going to wheel him over to like the windowsill
like
and
doing-
hang him out over the precipice.
Oh,
and
okay.
say,
Oh, I see.
Now you can tell us, or I can let go.
Tell you what? What do you want to know? I've told you it. Do you want to know about?
divine sense?
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure you lied about something. However, it was a bit vague in how it was explained to me, so I'm just going with what I know. Spill the beans.
And frankly, I'd
Or
rather
we'll
let
spill
you.
the bucket.
I'd rather let you go. So if you don't want to say anything, that's fine.
I'm telling you the truth. I don't know what you expect from me.
Out of character, ask one thing.
Yeah.
Do I think it's a lie, or do I know that he's lying? Because I didn't clear that up, and that's caused some confusion already.
I mean,
That didn't
That's
help
not
at all,
helpful.
Zach.
you are distrustful of this person. He was. I
Okay,
think he was deceiving you on some part of that.
Vinny, drop him.
I drop him.
I'm gonna grab him by the hair.
Goodbye. Oh, the
hair that is
bucket,
slowly
though.
Oh no, the
Slowing
skateboard!
Oh, my bucket.
His head is fine.
Not bucket.
That skin's slowly slowing off, so I'm just like, you
You're
better talk.
scalping this man. You're a what again?
This what? This. Oh, hang on. Is
He's
a
a
paladin
demon.
doing something to a demon? Is that off the
Devil.
books? Devil. Sorry, that changes everything. I wheel him back in.
I hold out the mistletoe.
Apparently, Christmas is now canon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And you never know when it's going to happen.
That's true.
You never know.
Also canon.
well, that's actually Christmas in this universe can happen at any
Anytime.
time.
Any moment.
Yeah.
Instant Christmas.
That's terrifying.
Surprise Christmas.
Yeah. It's a level 3 spell.
Better have that fucking gift ready.
Always.
Krampus will get
That's why he's keeping the good berry.
Yeah.
Holy.
And the piece of Vinny.
Ew.
you. Just give him back.
Wait.
As you drag him, he's like, fine.
I'm still holding him outside. I'm
Sure. Can we just
say it.
wheel me back just a little?
I pull him up a little, but not inside. What?
No,
Is that better?
It feels. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what'll happen if you attack her with the sword of Zariel.
Cool. I'll get him out. Yeah,
Oh.
sorry to do this. You have
no,
another bucket.
I swoop down.
Also, she doesn't have the best connection to the sword anymore. It was the last vestige of her divinity, and now she is corrupted. I don't think she can sense it.
Oh, great.
I'm not sure though.
I mean, still, it's a good.
Okay, quick huddle, because I feel like he did not live up to his end of the bargain, so
Yeah,
we don't
I
need to
agree.
keep him safe anymore.
Yeah. You know, skip the bucket.
Let's turn him upside down in the bucket. Make him drown in his own guts. And ambles.
That happened.
This is humiliating for us all. Hang on. This is humiliating for us all.
Not really us.
I think
I mean,
we're
I feel
all.
like I'm not covered in anything.
I think
not
we're all
upside down
worse
in a
off for
bucket.
the actions
Yeah.
that have happened here today.
Who?
I'm feeling okay with where we're at.
Well, I hope you feel like big damn heroes, because
Yeah.
this isn't gonna be the bit that they sing about.
As heroic as
Tell
I
you that.
normally do.
Yeah. Look, I'm the bard, so I'm sure I'll sing whatever I want.
Yeah, I bet you're gonna skip this, huh? The bit where you put the bucket of viscera on. the guy.
I feel like we slew the demonic high priest.
Yeah.
of
Also,
Baldur's
I feel
Gate.
like that's a pretty metal verse if we do talk about the bucket of viscera.
And again,
He just crosses his arms.
and again, when it comes to
bucket of
paladin
his
stuff, I still consider myself the smite cop. So that's just, bye.
Fine, I'll stay here.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. We were already gone.
Yeah.
he says, still standing next
I
to me.
put him in the bucket in the fridge.
Yeah.
I've got one of those padlocks to make sure my housemates.
Yeah, you share your secret lair with a bunch of housemates.
Other heroes that are like,
The reason you had the skateboard is because you room with Tony Hawk.
Yes. Yeah. A pelican and a hawk.
Look at him walk.
We went to the House of Balance.
Yeah.
deep
Callback.
callback.
Sorry. Yep.
Okay, so you have ahead of you some choices to make. You can proceed as you wish, but there is the option of going through Candlekeep itself, which there's some defenses there. There's also the fact that Zariel is going to be flying around, and she is very, very formidable. If she catches you with the sword, it's probably game over, from what you can intuit.
So you said we had a choice, but it sounds like we really kind of don't.
Yeah.
We should split the party.
Split the party.
Yeah. If you
Gonna
want
die
to.
anyway.
Wait.
Not like
I don't expect Zach to
you
be
need,
like,
you need to
yes.
keep Zariel off you, and you need to
Yeah.
also
All right.
proceed towards the place that she's gonna be like defending.
Now, who's going to be on the flying squad?
Me.
I mean,
So okay, let's do team real sword,
Team Eagle's Claw.
team Eagle's Claw, cool, team Eagle's Claw, and
Team Mole's Fist.
Can we not use Mole, please?
Team
then-
Mole's Fist.
team Mole.
I like it.
Fist.
What could be more heroic?
And the noble Mole.
The noble mole.
Literally anything.
Okay.
Honestly, a slight on moles.
Oh.
And I won't stand for it.
So, Team Mole's Fist, your objective essentially is to find your way into Candlekeep itself, to travel through the insides of the castle out to the spire, sever the chain, and
Are you implying what I think you are about the teams in that we have Lontre and Midori with probably the least willing person to be on an expedition with Lontre and Midori, Vinny.
well, there's also Team Eagle's Claw, who's
I can
you can
gaseous
choose.
form myself and be part of Team Eagle's Claw.
And-
a very
and-
ineffectual part.
And
but-
leave the main stuff up to Lontre and Midori because I'm all about that.
Yeah.
No,
See?
feel free, go on that.
Yeah.
We've got this covered.
This is a real
Okay.
Sophie's choice, but
Vinny.
both options are bad.
Vinny, I feel like Lontre and I have this covered.
You
Lontre,
do. It's true.
my
Vinny.
wisest and oldest companion in this group, we are both the most experienced
We've
in
been doing this for a
So,
long
to be
time.
perfectly clear, my choices are go with these two and face off against the fallen angel that will absolutely
Maybe
murder us,
face off and maybe murder.
or go with you two.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is tough.
This sounds like a bad deal for old man Aaron Cochran.
yeah, you just got roped into one.
I mean,
I
you
mean,
want to
we
go
haven't-
with
do you
them?
want to
I'll
go
go
in
with
Mole's
theirs.
Fist?
Sorry?
Do you want to go with Team Mole's Fist?
Yeah, I want to go with Mole's Fist.
yeah.
Okay,
Earth base one.
this is fine. I will go with Des.
Yeah.
And you go with them.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Round squad.
Yeah, this is the.
Do you have a backpack she can wear that I can sit in?
I've already got one of those, surely.
You unlock the thing, open the thing, he's like, and you take the bucket off, and he's like, finally, we get to talk like civilized people.
Put the key into my beak.
Okay, so to clarify, Desdemona and I are Team Eagle's Claw.
Yep.
Des
Somehow.
Yeah.
Yep.
and
It's gonna go great.
okay.
And the person who can fly is going underground.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please call us by our team name.
And
Team
then
Mole's Fist.
Mole's Fist.
Mole's butt.
Aaron, Lontre, and Midori are on Team Mole's Fist.
Competency.
Team Incompetency.
I feel like we got a
I feel
good
like
chance.
you added
now.
an extra syllable to that one. I said team competency. I don't know what
We
you
said the same thing.
Okay, cool.
same.
Yeah, Team Incompetency.
Yeah, great.
Yep.
I'm hearing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same. Okay, so you have this. You can, if you want to take a short rest, if you want to take a long rest, as you this kind of has conversation as you're planning your
guy on 1 HP.
strategizing.
Yeah.
It's guy on 1 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vinny 8 hours to decide which team to go with.
Ooh, yeah. What
Wake up and there's an entire like cork board with like
Just
Red
full
string.
Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah, yeah.
On one hand, it's got like you've written like a bunch of reasons.
And on the other one, it just
Why
says
it's just a
Lontre.
picture of Mole.
You also, this is a thing we do sometimes with like big like kind of heist like mission type things, is that during this, given that like you have
We write a
like,
theme song?
we write a theme song.
We should actually.
Yeah, we have a secret handshake, and we have given that you have various like resources in your like cool tower. Narratively, you all have like a point or an ability to use in which you can describe how in the preceding action, like when you're in the middle of something, when you've kind of like come up against an obstacle, you can describe how you planned for this in thing. Describe what you did to plan, and then that just we'll do a little flashback.
Okay.
You like crafting a specific like
Like
bear trap
retroactive
or some-
planning.
Retroactive.
Yep.
planning, essentially. So you all have one of those.
Like my net.
like your
Yes.
net. Yeah. Cool. So you have all one of those to use as you wish. Is there anything you actually want to plan or prepare?
I really regret not taking fly when I leveled up, but I'm good right now.
Okay.
Is there anywhere nearby in the city? I guess geography is a bit strange when you have flight. Like a blacksmith or something, which would have great swords.
Oh.
We We all have great swords, except for maybe the 3-foot tall guy.
I'll definitely take one.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
you get 2.
Nice.
Way down the bunch
Use
of
them as
swords.
stilts.
Yeah, you could
Stand
go
on the
off
hilts.
on a mission and just kind of like hit up a ironworks and grab.
We just buy
I love
out
the
his
idea
great
of
swords.
this blacksmith just having an anvil on his side on the
Yeah,
wall,
and he's like,
yeah,
The way I
Out of a harness on the ceiling.
yeah.
the way I see it doesn't
Fire is
necessarily have to
sideways.
be an ironsmith, a blacksmith. Why did we go with ironsmith?
Because I said ironworks because I couldn't think of the word for
Cool.
blacksmith.
A swordy boy.
Sword
A
boy.
swordy boyville. It's currently the festival of Thaddeus Krieg and of Zariel. What's the festival called?
Yeah, it was the.
It's currently Christmas.
It's
Yeah.
currently Christmas.
But for how long? No one knows.
No one knows.
which
12
celebrates
days.
In hell, every day.
Crazy
The
nights.
longest Christmas.
Yeah,
celebrates the return of Chris.
canon as well now.
Cut that out. We'll save it in post. So I figured that there's a lot of just like toy shops or whatever that sell replicas of, or like the equivalent of like LARPing. Are there any
Oh, there's some lumps.
Yes,
LARPing
buy
versions
a sword.
Yeah.
of Ariel's sword?
While they're going, I'm like, I've got a whole room of cosplay stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
You've got a whole bunch of. Okay, so
I like
you can absolutely have replicas. Do you want? You can make. I would say you can make one of them seem like it's also magical with the various people who are no magic. You can kind of like imbue it with very simple like light spells and stuff, so that it like shines.
Cool.
That spell actually
Seems
costs
magic.
50 gold pieces worth of crushed ruby.
There you go.
Ruby on you, man.
Luckily, knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Lontre kept some crushed ruby in his pocket.
Yeah, that's true.
I actually have been holding a crushed ruby from
Yeah?
when Zell was destroyed by a fireball for a very long time. A
Oh my
crushed
god!
ruby.
Actually,
I actually
like
have.
episode
Well, yeah, like episode 4 or something.
Buddy, that was like 90 episodes
Yeah.
ago.
Really.
Been holding on to it for a long time.
Genuinely, he's brought that up a
Yeah.
couple of times.
Yeah.
This is the longest con. Just to fuck with
Oh.
that.
And it's a cracked ruby. So I mean,
Fuck you, Zach.
big cracked ruby.
You remember how your character works week to week. I have had to describe how cutting works for you literally every time.
Zach, what you fail to understand is
This
how
you
much
remember.
we fuck with you.
This. How dare you?
This is some Kaiser Soze long con shit.
I don't know how my brain works. I just wanted to make a joke about how they had
so
made
You
all
can
these-
have the rupee,
Yeah.
but you die today. When push comes to shove, Ariel's coming for you, bud.
So this distraction thing is going to work real well, is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
No, because you need the actual sword.
Yes. Yep. They're taking the real one.
So, okay. So you get a bunch of these swords.
Yeah.
And some lightning bolts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ruby dust worth 50 GP.
Yeah. You imbue one of them with this.
Wait, was that my whole ruby, or did I just break? How did you remember?
No, it's a whole room.
We
whole ruby.
found a spell
yeah.
scroll of continual flame in another adventure. And we're like, oh, we're going to cast it. And then we're like, oh, those are some expensive components.
Yeah, it's a specific. Yeah. Okay, so you've got 2 of these swords now that look pretty much identical. You go to sleep. You take your rest.
Laundry sleeps very well.
Yeah. You wake up
Sleep of the just.
Yeah.
early. Kind of like stretch. You're feeling. Actually, Vinny, you're not feeling super crash hard. You've got your magic back as you do with a long rest or a short rest. But it felt like it took something out of you, or rather that the
Oh, more skin fell off.
the well within you that is kind of replenished by your patron is running low. Like, since you essentially at the end of your agreement with your patron, as your pact was until your death. Yeah, this it feels weird. It feels like you're kind of running on fumes, essentially.
Well, this is not ideal.
Yeah. But the rest of you get up, you kind of make breakfast, more Milo.
Yeah. No eggs.
And there's the two swords lying in the corner.
Open the fridge. It's static.
Who wants cereal? Nutrigrain.
Yeah, no milk. The two swords are lying in the corner.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Wait, who set the swords next to each other?
I just put them on the ground.
Lingerie!
I am sure Lantre remembers which one is which.
Oh, yeah.
I
Go
can
ahead.
100. Yeah.
Whichever one you choose is the right one because I believe in you.
When I put them down, it was in my left hand.
Which
That's it.
one was in your left?
The one that was in my left hand was the right sword.
All right, cool. I get the one. I'm gonna put it on my back.
Oh, no.
Yep. You got one sword.
I do.
I'll take the other one.
Great.
You've got one sword as well.
Good.
Sorted. Team Mole's Fist.
Team Eagle's Claw.
I mean, I'm with you if no one else wants to do it, though. Thanks for having my back.
I don't know. It's something about holding a big sword, you know?
It is neat. Everyone else has a sword too, though, and they're not doing it.
How bad do you want to
But
grab
I guess
those
those
swords
are
behind you,
rubberized.
Zach?
Huh?
How bad do you want to grab one of those swords behind you?
Maybe we'll. Okay, so as you're kind of like making plans to set off to separate, a kind of chill goes through the air, and a piercing bright light starts to cast deep shadows throughout the kind of clock tower you're in. These kind of like bands of darkness as this piercing bright light passes by. As you do, you all kind of instinctually, like, you know, whatever kind of lizard brain is, or bird brain, sorry, although lizard is also accurate. Let's
went
go
on a
for
whole
lizards.
roller
So just
Whatever.
saying, like a shared ancestor, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of you instinctually like move to the shadows as you see Zerial, the form of her black armor that looks more like scales than actual plate.
Christmas angel.
Huge blackened wings, charred at the edges. No one feather is entirely white anymore. Soaring
As I
through.
spy, I cast Pass Without Trace.
Nice.
So everyone gets +10 on stealth check.
Yeah. I should make a stealth check.
Oh,
All of us?
Can't
Yeah.
wait to see how I fuck up this podcast.
Okay, hold on.
+10.
Where'd that go?
+10. So that is a 20.
Plus 10 on top of our regular bonus, or plus 10
Yeah.
replaces our bonus?
No, instead of your regular bonus. Additional to your
Additional.
regular bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
That's a D.
a D10.
10. Oh.
Oh, that's a 2, plus a 6 is 8, is an 18.
18.
Nice.
Mine's
I got
19.
a
Oh, dang.
Wow.
16 plus
Better off with the
17.
D10.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah, I think you're all right.
Zerial, as she passes,
Oh no.
snaps her head to the left to stare directly into the clock tower. And we'll take our break there.
Oh great.
See you in 5 minutes as we kick off the next part of our adventure.
Great.
I'm definitely going to do something stupid.
Ooh.
All right, bye. Welcome back, everyone, to I Speak Giant. We are in the thick of things, but before we get to that, we're gonna do a little shout out for our giveaway that we're doing.
Giveaway! Now we continue.
Give it away now.
We are giving away from our lovely sponsor, Audio Technica, 3 gaming headsets. They are ATH G1s. They are spectacular. They got a little thing on them so you can talk. A microphone, that's called.
Yeah.
One of these
Wow.
things.
Lantre's story at the beginning of this video was recorded on that headset.
Indeed, it was.
Yeah. It's really good.
They're wonderful. The link should be ! giveaway.
Well, giveaway.
Giveaway? Yeah.
Yeah, and if you use them, you're better at games.
Yeah. Just be better at
Empirically.
games than me.
It's like a gaming chair.
Exactly.
They got good lumbar support.
Yeah,
They do.
The ergonomics and
Thank you
other
so
words
much,
that I know.
Audio Technica, not for just for the giveaways, but for this lovely building in which we are filming in.
Thank you for
Yes.
giving us this whole building.
Yeah.
The entire
We own it
thing.
now. We're
Yeah.
gonna move in.
It's ours.
That was on
thanks.
the internet. It must be true.
Let's get back into it. Okay, so the way things currently stand, we have Team Eagle's Claw, which is Dez and Vinny.
No,
have
I
to
have
say
make the
caw.
noise of a
There it
mole.
is,
I
yeah.
have to make the noise of a mole.
Yeah, that was my
They
plan.
have the mission to distract Zariel,
Kills Ariel.
Yes.
kills
Yep.
Ariel,
Kills Ariel.
which is very
That's what I heard.
possible. Distract Zariel while Team Mole's Fist, which is
Oh, rat! Oh, those weasels have been harassing Mr. Toad again.
oh, I did not expect that deep cut.
We will say that like 8-second thing every time. Team name. That is now our motto.
Yeah.
I assumed we were going to go straight to Austin Powers and just molly. That's what I
Yeah.
assumed.
If you want to hear that again, type Mole's Fist into chat.
Or into Google. Deep
That's
search off.
Oh. buddy.
in a very horny stream today. I will not accept it.
That's not a good description.
Um, Aaron, Lontre, Midori, you are Team Mole's Fist. You, as far as you understand, have the real sword of Zerial.
Probably yes.
Probably, yeah. The idea is to sneak into Candlekeep itself, move from inside the structure to the top of the higher spire, get out, sever the chain, touch the sword to the companion star, and reverse this whole Baldur's Gate into Avernus.
So we're team,
Descent into Avernus.
we're team sneaky. I'm in full plate. How big's your wingspan?
And I just that much.
Like 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this spell lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
This sneaky spell.
The other thing is that...
Who said that? I'm kidding, guys. Let's move on.
Guys.
The other thing is that as Ariel passed by, her head snapped to the side to look into the little Pelican's Roost, the clock tower that you are in.
I think there is
Secret hideout.
Yeah.
there is about
You didn't exactly hide yourself from flying angels.
I think there is a 10-second pause, and then Lontre and
Hear
Midori
the-
both just start running.
So, wait, like...
I'm gonna get like a 10 seconds of uneasy silence, and then we just break.
Okay, so how
I'm going to assume everyone else is running, but I only know that us two are already gone.
We're
okay.
both holding the sword at the same time.
You run out of the room. The other
And you still have yours. You still have your fake one, so you just grabbed mine.
The other thing to note is that you would have taught this to you the night before, but the real Zerial sword can only be held for a short amount of time before it starts to burn the user for any evil acts you've ever taken. You are able, through the group's efforts, to kind of like
Potato it around.
hot potato it around, but also initially attuned to it, because you all kind of like a little bit like Voltron style or Captain Planet style. You each have enough goodness within you to hold the blade for momentarily.
So like together we're all one functional person.
Right.
Yes.
Like the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dance
So
off.
you are able to wield it, but again, you're not 100% sure which blade.
So
So I'll just hold it.
who has
No one
who has
checked
the swords, right?
Yeah.
with this
Midori-
burning. And
Yeah.
Midori has one.
Midori has one, and so one team has a sword.
that's up to you nerds, because we out.
Okay, so I've got one upon my back. Let's go
Yes.
with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's safe in a scabbard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Midori and I are still holding ours by the
And
hill.
to clarify, our job is to distract Zerial, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
she is very focused on you now. As
that's
the rest
okay.
of the party,
Hey, that's
But we're running indoors. We're still in the church.
yeah, as the rest of the party kind of like use the trapdoor to get into the clock tower, like the base of it, like running down.
Hang on, did we both grab a sword at the same time while going down a ladder?
Well, you're running across the wall of it because you're
Yes, there's no
the whole thing
ladder.
sideways, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
How are you holding a sword and going down a ladder?
Carefully.
With your one hand.
Next
Yeah.
question.
They're wearing a high vis vest.
Okay,
It's
that's,
safe.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
pole.
what Team Mole's Fist is doing.
Rolls fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is Team Eagle's Claw doing?
Team Eagle's Claw is going to say, Des, catch me, and Vinny will jump out the window and Eldritch Blast Zerial.
Damn it! I was literally going to be like, I punched through the window, but Vinny beat me to it.
All right.
I can't catch you.
That's true. Oh, fair. Yes, I will. I will leap out the window to catch him.
All right. Make an attack roll, as you are probably going to get her notice with this. Hit.
That's a 28 and a 19.
The 28 hits. This blast of force damage kind of like
7 damage.
lances off her shoulder as she looks down and looks at this tiny gnome with a great sword on its back, and just
Falling
like
through the sky.
yeah, as she just like whoosh, starts to flap, and then like goes into like the wings pull back behind her as she dives.
No, he's mine. And
then
Des,
you come,
no,
like-
no, I'm going to jump off her back. So she swoops down. Des jumps off her back to grab Vinny, and then somersault into running on
Okay,
tight to
make
the side of the
a
building.
acrobatics
As
check
this
for
happens, Vinny says, "I have regret."
So you're falling down the main street as both of you chasing Vinny. How'd it work out?
It was a nat 20. Don't even look.
Yeah, that's fine. It's 13.
Total?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you come towards with a kick to try and put her off the course, and one wing just kind of whoosh, just slaps you out of the air.
Oh, Des, I said catch me.
You see Des fly off to the side into one of the buildings beside you, smashing through a window. You do not see her. Zerial is put off slightly from her balance.
Better look at my
and
spell list and plan.
Yep.
starts to come towards you again, like heading like a falcon dropping towards you. We cut back to Team Mole's Fist.
Oh, first.
Running down the hallway of the clock tower into the church proper. You know the church proper, so it has an entrance to the catacombs. You also can possibly take
Milo?
the Milo. How do you want to get to Candle's Keep?
With some Milo in hand is what I'm thinking. So I would flank a good berry at the 6-year-old girl.
Yeah,
Grabbing her Milo.
slides a tin of Milo across the
Yeah.
bar that they've set up.
I take out the
Wrap
sword
it on you.
cereal, chop it in. It warms up the milk.
Yeah, yeah. Ching ching. You've got a fresh cut cup of Milo as you.
It cuts in half, and Midori and I catch one half each.
Yep. Yeah.
And then
Zach is super on board with this detailed description of how this happens, by the way.
Definitely
Very
chose
cool.
the right team.
yeah. Yep.
To pin all of humanity's hopes on.
Yep.
Pretty sure we nailed that.
True.
I don't know what the geography is like to be able to determine how we're getting.
Um,
What are our basic options?
So, like, from your perspective, down is towards Candle's Keep. So, if you wanted to leap from, like, drop from building to
Fall
building,
up, could I?
I feel like
it's
if only there was some way to get down
it's definitely
slower than a fall.
So you'd have to get down to the next like
Fashion apparel.
block essentially, and then head east for a few blocks, and then fall. So Vinny is kind of going. So
And
if
we,
there's a
and,
circle
we, and
here-
we risk being spotted
Vinny
by
doing a lot of
Zerial
things.
doing that.
No, Zerial is like you'd be going a few blocks parallel to her.
There are any large curtains or
Maybe-
similar that I could fashion a parachute out of.
Yeah, that's you want to go Looney Tunes.
I've
There
fallen
is-
already today, and it worked.
There is some large tapestries. This is a church.
How priceless are they?
Very priceless.
Excellent.
The good kind, or like nobody wants to buy that?
The kind where it's been passed down from generation to generation.
Ain't my deity.
It represents the history of Baldur's Gate, passed from generation to generation. A kind of living history woven into this.
Irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable. Yeah.
Oh, better hope not.
You make your way out. I would say you can support one person at a time without like it's not. You can't get a lot of lift with another person
No,
in tow,
no,
but
no.
you can kind of both like kind of drift down to the ground. safely.
I'll gladly parachute down with you two.
All right. So I'm, yeah.
Yeah, Lantre kind of points at himself. It's an Aaron.
Yeah, and then I get you on the shoulders with my feet talons.
Yeah.
At that point, you notice that I have been Winnie the Poohing it the whole time. Like there are no pants on Aaron.
There are no
Cochran.
pants.
It's okay, Lantre's not wearing pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Lantre
Yeah.
drops his pants to.
Good off and wind resistance.
I think briefly about the 10 minutes it takes to take off full
Greaves.
heavy armor and greaves and stuff, and I'm just like,
Team Mole's Fist.
what's fists?
Your crest would have no pants on it.
Okay, it's time to soar like the majestic mole.
You take.
What? Whoa, 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 whoa.
7 points of bludgeoning damage, minus
How?
1
'Cause you're
for the
wearing pants.
parachute.
Wearing pants. Damn it.
No, for jumping out with a big carpet, holding a big tapestry cup. Minus 1 holding the
Irreplaceable tapestry.
So 6 points of bludgeoning damage. As you land, you guys make your way.
Did you take one off because it was irreplaceable? Or were you already taking that one
I'm
off?
taking one off because you
It's
jumped
legendary quality.
Yeah.
Okay, that's got to at least be a 4 now.
Yeah, but you didn't attune to it.
Yeah, that's true. You didn't attune.
Now,
6 it is.
So you make your way down to the next block. You cross a few streets. It's not fast going, but you manage to make your way across a few blocks, and you make your now descent, block by block.
Into
a
this has got some Inception vibe.
Yeah, it does.
Sideways scene.
Towards Candlekeep. We cut back to Zariel gaining on our little gnome friend.
Winfred Cupkin.
Winfred Cupkins. Her wings occasionally will like draw forward and like beat again to like kind of gain speed.
That's not how gravity works, but go
No,
on.
but it's how wings work. Maybe.
Yeah, because when you're going like that, it's very easy to
When
go
you're going
like
straight
that while
down.
going
Okay.
straight downwards.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Bless.
Air is like water.
Vinny's doing like the skydiver free fall thing, you know?
That's, if we pulled up Zach on every inconsistency, we'd be here all day.
all day.
Yes.
Des, you smashed into a
Building. Yep.
Orphanage.
Ooh. How much can I put in my pockets?
This is what you want to do?
Nope.
You smashed through.
No,
It's like
Vinny
the
would be
tellers-
happy with this, please.
You smash through a large atrium. You kind of way over the polished marble floor.
Yeah, she doesn't actually like. It's not a heap that she like falls into.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
literally like just like.
You make your way onto your feet. You kind of like kind of slide your way down the slick marble floor before smashing out the far window and back into a you can direct yourself out to the next lake. So essentially, they're falling down a street, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in the bank to the left.
Parallel street.
You can smash to the next building across and like kind of smash through buildings if you particularly wanted, or you can smash.
I mean, yes, you're giving me the option to smash through buildings. So my superhero dream.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what you're just kind of like making your way through.
I will spend a key to
to
step of the wind through every single building that I
come
find.
out of one building and there's like an explosion of feathers because of course there is. That's just the law.
Yep.
Chicken factory.
There's a chicken
There's a
factory.
chicken factory.
Yep. The next one's a glass factory.
Yeah.
It's the industrial district.
Yeah.
So, Vinny, what's the plan, bud?
I feel like I'm just hanging out for now. Like I'm good.
right.
I've got a lot of fall. So
Yeah.
what is Ariel? How close is Ariel?
She's gaining on you.
Oh, that's fine. That's in keeping with the plan currently.
Yeah.
I will continue to
She's
Eldritch
like,
blast.
yeah. Just continue to, I'll
Yeah, antagonize.
antagonize definitely. After your, do your rolls.
That's a 17 and was a plus is a 19 and a 25.
25 hits.
That's 7 damage.
Another 7 damage.
Ariel dies.
And Zariel dies. Yeah, well done.
Guys.
Roll credits.
Next blast glances off a wing, but she's like singularly focused. A taloned hand is reaching towards you. You see one of her arms, and now that it's getting like frighteningly close, is kind of made of this like entirely like black obsidian substance. This close, you can see that she still has something of a halo, but it's more kind of destroyed pieces that kind of orbit around her. She has a gleaming, like fiery hammer, warhammer at her hip, and she is almost to you.
Can I pull out the sword?
Yes.
I will pull out the
She is reaching towards you. You have the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As you do, her eyes go wide. She is furious. Like you've seen supernatural fury before. The last times you've interacted with your patron particularly, you have supremely pissed them off. This is the same level.
Vinny's gonna tee up baseball style with the sword.
Yeah.
And say, I've dealt with worse than you.
She's reaching towards you. Are you swinging?
No, I will wait for her to grab me,
Yeah.
and then I will hellish rebuke as I swing the sword.
Nice.
She grabs you. Roll Hellish Rebuke.
She needs to make a dex save.
Dex save. Alrighty. Not that great, but still
It's a 16.
18. Yeah.
All right, so she will take half of 5d10.
Jeez.
Look, I don't got a lot. That's 3 is 9. As 18, 27. So half of 27 is dun, 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 dun,
13.
14. She is
Round up?
resistant to fire damage as well, so...
She takes 7.
So basically, just another one.
But I also swing the sword.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, well, I guess I don't because I use my action, but like...
Yeah, you can make an attack roll if you want.
Hellish Rebuke is a reaction.
It is.
Yeah.
What?
Being grabbed.
So it's a 17 on the die.
What's your greatsword skill like, bud?
Well, if it's a magic item,
It's
which I
not.
attuned to...
But is it?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me, Zachary.
Oh, no.
That's a Zachary question.
Did you accidentally take the rubber sword?
Oh, no.
Oh no, hang on. I got some real fancy ones. I got some real fancy ones. Ooh.
Will Zach chip the table as he does
Pick
this?
a side before you flick it.
Well, one's a 20 and one's a 1.
Okay, that
Yeah,
makes
but which one
is-
is... Seeing as we wanted the real sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 20 is you don't have the sword?
Don't know.
20 is don't have the sword.
Okay.
Yes.
I clearly didn't plan ahead here.
Oh, no.
Otherwise, you would have been on Team Molesmith.
What is it?
Can't read it. It's a 20.
So it's the real sword?
No,
It's
No,
not.
So it's not.
Sword.
Cool. So that is a...
What is it? Hold on. Plus your dex. You're not proficient in...
Oh, plus
Rubber
dex to the longsword.
Oh, wait, no, strength.
it's not a finesse.
Well,
weapon.
then the 17 on the die
is
becomes
when
a
I wield it.
16.
Yeah, you wang this great sword.
Wang.
She grabs
Onomatopoeia today.
the fire like engulfs her.
Does she take damage from the continual flame?
No.
Shame.
He grabs the sword, reefs it from you, and like flies back. She doesn't necessarily able to like reef it from you. She kind of like deflects it as she's engulfed in flames. But more than the damage you did, the cloud of hellfire that you kind of wreathed her in is kind of like has like pushed her back a little. She's kind of like engulfed in smoke. She still believes you have the sword, even though you missed.
That was my plan.
Dez.
Not hit her with it.
Des, you are bouncing from. You're making quite quick, given your like monk alacrity
Am I
through these
ahead
buildings.
of them?
Yeah, you see now Vinny like falling next to you as
Can
you're
I-
just like.
Can I do a dash action to
pure
like
monk
catch him?
instincts.
Yeah.
You want to what?
Dash to catch him. What do
So
you mean, how?
you're going through the buildings here. He's falling parallel to you.
Like if you jump.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jump
Yeah.
across to like
All right.
we'll tackle him basically, I guess.
Yeah. If you have a specific ability that will just do this, otherwise.
Like dash.
That'll like. This is more about like so. This you'd make a check based
Like
on
Step
how
of the
far you can
Wind?
jump. Unless do you have an ability that just like jumps for you?
Probably, she's a monk.
She can jump pretty far.
Well, see the thing that where is it? It's Step of the Wind doubles your jump distance.
Doubles.
Yes.
Sick. Okay. That'll just like it'll lower the DC considerably. So still make an acrobatics check.
Okay. Give me all my skills.
Presenting Monk Bullshit 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
I think the bigger question is, what kind of factory did you jump out of when you burst out of the last factory?
19.
Spring Factory.
Yeah.
Spring Factory.
That's why I rolled a 19. Yep.
19 total? Okay.
I think our sponsor Koala Mattresses.
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
No. You bounce off these springs, like rocketing towards Vinny, grabbing him, smashing through the. Make a roll a d6 for me, please.
You also get the benefits of a long rest. For the time spent. Koala mattresses.
6.
You could get a long
You
rest in
smash
just
into
4 hours with Koala
a
Mattresses.
upmarket hotel. You smash through the double doors of the Hilton.
Hilton.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Baldur's Gate
very
Hilton.
good.
Yeah, there is a Baldur's Gate Hilton. Thank you.
He's used it before, don't
Come on, you didn't have to tell her. Through the double doors, you land in the kind of foyer lobby area.
Yeah.
There is a very perturbed-looking secretary behind the attendant, and various bellhops and such, trying to scrabble their way. But you land in a heap of broken glass.
No, I don't. I land on one of the luggage carts and I just.
You careen across the lobby floor on one of the luggage carts.
Yeah.
There's Tim Curry just
Vinny
behind
will
the
take
desk.
behind the desk, being like,
You'll take the broken luggage. You want to be? So what is Vinny doing?
Well, I feel like Vinny gets the broken glass. Like,
you get some d4s of broken glass.
But more importantly, we need Fel to roll for kickflip because you jumped on this luggage.
Yeah, we're going to need you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
4
yeah, fair.
points of broken glass damage.
Yeah.
Kick flip. That's a 14 on the
I
die.
think that's a kickflip.
What is
Kickflips
she
are 20 or
proficient?
nothing.
Is she
Oh.
proficient in
Am I
kickflip?
proficient in kick flip? I assume so. House of Balance.
You can add your dex.
Okay, well, that would be a 19 then.
19. You flip a kick.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, you both come careening to a kind of like a jagged stop near the stairwell that leads up to more rooms. And before we cut over to
Team Mole's Fist.
Team
Mole's Fist.
Mole's Fist. Mole's Fist.
You've made
What
your
do they?
way.
It's two fists going like that.
You've made your way to the outskirts of Candlekeep. You're kind of like belaying. Sometimes you take 2 people down. It's kind of, taking a bit of time to get people in. But you are standing essentially at the double doors, like beneath you, like on the floor, like almost like trapdoors since the orientation. Beneath you, there is the sound. You've been kind of stealthy. You can see as you approached the spire, jutting up, the tallest point in Baldur's Gate, with the huge chain like holding it. And you can hear as you're getting closer this beat.
I like nod my head, but it's off tempo.
I thought dubstep was dead.
You also see the companion star burning with purple necrotic energy, powering, like essentially being channeled through what you can kind of make out a figure from where this beat is coming from, channeling through them and outwards towards. And now that you're here too, and you can look around, you see the various the undead horde that is like kind of pouring from the underside of Baldur's Gate is pouring into hallowed ground, Angel's Rest, which is the only kind of neutral area of hell. You can kind of see as the beat is coming through that the skeletons and various things not moving to the beat, but definitely being directed by it. Before you open these double doors to Candlekeep and make your way inside. As you get in, the entranceway opens up to the Grand Library of Candlekeep.
Before I do that, can I use primeval awareness
Yes.
to detect if there are any undead within 1 mile?
You're like, let me off! Fuck!
I'm gonna stand alongside her and just be like, I'm gonna use my divine sense to tell if there's any undead or celestials or demons around.
Migraines right there.
All right, guys, just like huddling. All right, team Mole's Fist. Mole's Fist.
Mole's Fist.
We need to be very stealthy here. We're at the heart of the demon, or whatever metaphor you want to use here. So the plan is, we'll get into the middle of it and do what I don't know about you guys, but I'm really, really good at killing the mood at a party.
I can
figure
tell.
we get Team Mole's Fist. Mole's Fist gets. Sorry, I just like doing it. It's good to have a team.
Oh, I'm still on board.
Yeah. Okay.
So many innocent people are dying. As
Mole's Fist. Mole's Fist. Okay. We get onto the dance floor and let the magic happen.
All right.
I mean,
There's a reason I put all my skill points in perform.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, but I'm feeling very +0 about that.
Kind of Midori's attitude
So you
to
heading
life, right?
So you heading into the Candlekeep to go through?
Towards the bait.
I feel like we're moving into
In
Canada.
and through?
That's a good idea. Yeah, let's go towards it. I think
There are
step
still,
one.
still like you can see like in part of the reason that you've been kind of like hesitant to move around. There's still like devils and demons like swirling around and like doing battle with.
Step one, shoot the DJ.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever that means.
So
Diabolical
You open the
drama.
double doors to Candlekeep. They kind of like to grab them, like lift them. It's very odd to kind of like pull these open and lower yourselves into the grand library of Candlekeep, which has, to put it mildly, seen better days.
Oh yeah.
Many of the
Few
bookcases,
books.
yeah, couple left. People never return them is the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So many of the bookcases, which once towered like stories tall, have torn from their bases and been splintered to pieces. The stained glass windows depicting Thavius Krieg and Zariel have been shattered. Some shelves still remain, sprouting from the walls like unfinished archways, groaning and creaking. The ground is a graveyard of shattered timber. Throughout the room floats shards of glittering black. You take a look closer as you move your way in, trying to look, but no, they're feathers. Hundreds.
someone got to the feather factory.
The feather library.
They're floating kind of like motes of dust in sunlight, and they start to drift towards you.
Who's me?
Yeah.
All right.
And you. And you.
And me.
Yeah. Who has the sword?
Why is everyone looking at me?
You have the sword.
Oh, dang it. I do have the sword.
It's mostly going.
All right, I take a couple of steps to the left and see whether they follow specifically me or they're just going towards the group.
Yeah, no, they're going specifically for you.
Cool. Hey, Team Mole's Fist. Mole's Fist.
You can hear that like whistling as they're starting to like form like a column, a spiral like towards you.
There is a 10-second uneasy pause. And we bail.
How are you trying to get through? Are you trying to get through?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take the hard route. Let's
okay.
there's a bunch of fallen bookcases in that. Right?
Yeah. So you're
So
like,
that means we've basically got like a big. How are they far enough apart that we can basically use the like things as like a makeshift ladder, like jump?
yeah,
from?
you'd be running.
I mean, you can fly.
This library is massive, so it stretches on like left and right a fair way. So you kind of can use the broken and shattered bookcases, like jumping from one to the other, and then down a few, and then like as this like stream starts to like the column of feathers like moves around and starts to like barrel towards you. Make some acrobatics checks for me.
Okay.
Just you for now, since it's most prominent on you.
Oh, cool.
Is one of the feathers have like a little broken key on it?
Damn you, yes.
While I'm doing this, can someone do me a big favor and throw the book at them? Just to see what happens. That wasn't a pun. I'm sorry. That wasn't a pun. I just
We are in a library.
Just
genuinely please see what happens when they hit something, he said while rolling a 7. Actually, that's
7.
slightly better, but still.
I'm going to fire an arrow at one of the feathers.
Yeah, as you're running, like well, flying. For you, it's quite easy to just like loose and knock, and the arrow you see it goes through the horde of itself, and as the horde passes, you definitely pinned like a dozen or so on your arrow, but it does it like there's a lot here.
Yeah.
That was a 13, by the way.
There's a 13. So as you're running across, you the entire shelf that you're on starts to break and crack. As you're on the last step, it cracks, and then you fall down kind of essentially an aisle, and your arm is pinned between this broken section and the next shelf down.
Left or right?
I
have a metal arm.
Which would you have like reached out to grab?
Probably not the metal one.
Yeah.
It rips off.
You hear something crack, and you're pinned there now as the column of feathers falls towards you.
Oh, good. My good arm.
Midori, give me the sword.
You see Lingerie
With
running.
what arm?
Did it trap the sword?
Yeah.
No, it trapped the one arm capable of dexterous movement.
Well, what? The sword would be in your back, right?
Yeah, but how's he gonna get it out?
How am I gonna get out and pass the sword? Is my point.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I didn't say I was gonna do it either.
With what hand?
The metal hand.
Metal sleight of hand?
I didn't say I was gonna throw him the sword yet.
Okay, what do you do?
I throw him the sword.
I mean, is it magnetic? I feel
Oh
like it
my
is.
God.
It's just never come up.
Yes.
Yes.
No one has invented magnets. Thank you.
Also, it's holding my shield, so this is gonna be really fun.
yeah. So you're not
yourself
gonna be
in the
able to
head with
draw it, but it's
Actually,
not-
my shield. I have a special ability on my shield that when I hit something, I knock myself back 10 feet.
He does.
I'm gonna punch my own hand.
you want to shield bash your own
I'm a shield bash either if it has to be something living, I'll shield bash myself. Otherwise, I will shield bash the wall and launch myself off.
Okay.
Rocket fist.
And I'll deal with any amount of very bad scraping after the fact because I got lay on hands. I don't know if I have to use a hand to do that, which is going to be awkward, but still.
You can definitely do so. The shield that you got is the.
This is the first time I've done that, so I don't know
rebuking.
how it works.
So usually this happens when you're attacked by
It's
something.
rebooking if you do it in a library.
You smash the shield against the bookcase. It flies into splinters as you also come rocketing backwards. You smash into the aisle opposite you and then fall. As Lontre was ready to catch the sword, you kind of crash tackle onto him. You take
Hey, man.
just
Hey.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Pretty much 5?
I mean, if you both want to take it, you can take 2 each.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
All right, here you go.
He-
Thank-
Oh, yeah.
Still barreling towards you. What are you doing?
Bailing.
Okay, you've got a broken arm.
I slap myself on the arm. 5 points of
If
lay
you
on
want to
hands.
do that, you're going to it's the horde behind you. Is
Okay, no, I'm gonna noodle arm this and keep running.
okay. The other option is to the other option is
one
to-
metal, one rubber.
the other option is to heal, but Lontre can take the sword.
And he's got 2 swords. I can't have him be that much cooler than me. Let's go.
So you're running Nule arm. Okay, so roll acrobatics check with disadvantage.
Oh, good. Wait, why?
Noodle
Because you
arm.
haven't got the use of your arms, bud.
I don't need them to run.
No, but you need them to balance and
Yeah.
to clamber.
On that side.
Athletics check. Then, if you're
As
running.
someone who's lost an arm already, I feel like I've practiced.
With no arms?
Just in case.
Just the salmon dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're not just running and jumping. You're having to like grab things, lift yourself up, drop yourself down.
Oh,
we
okay.
in
That makes sense. It's
Yeah.
not a flat sprint. All right, I'm gonna roll one of them because.
But also, like, how rubbery is your arm when you're in full plate?
Good point.
To grab you
Everyone point at him. Quick,
your
wait, we have
bones
no
are
number
broken. Roll with disadvantage.
Are we in
Not
initiative
even
right now?
pointing
Not
works.
particularly.
Okay. Could Lontre run and kind of as he's running, get really close behind Midori and then just polymorph
Hey!
into a giant ape
Giant ape.
and then pick up Midori just rattling around while we're going. So
I
he's-
did roll
he's-
an 18, but I feel like that's pretty good too.
Yeah, as you okay.
I'm fine. and then-
Yeah. I'm like actually making it, and then I just go, what?
Yeah, you make a leap and you're like, oh, I've got this perfectly to land on the other side. And then from behind you, Lontre grabs you. And you're like, oh. Lontre's like, does a big thumbs up as the very fragile bookcase underneath you completely shatters. You start smashing bookcase to bookcase. Smash, smash, smash. As you fall down the length of Candlekeep. You take...
no damage because I've got
11, 12, 16 points of
Yeah,
bludgeoning
monkey boy.
damage.
15 points.
Well, the giant ape
16
takes
points.
16 points of blood.
As you smash your way down, the horde of like feathers are now trailing towards you.
So between us and the feathers, there's a lot of books.
Yeah.
Can I cast Create Bonfire?
Interesting.
I'll say this. So, as you guys have smashed, so Lontre, you smashed
said, "Can I?"
through the double doors, that lead to the that exit out the library. You no longer see them. You're diving after them. You come through those double doors. You throw them closed, which is like a Herculean effort to kind of close these. You have to like lift them above. You smack them closed. You hear them like boom. You hear like a lot of the books and whatnot from like landing on the top. But you see these feathers start to like wiggle their way under the doors, and then you just light it up first at the bottom and then in the middle and then the top as they start to kind of worm their way in until the entire thing is on fire, and you hear this high-pitched scream of feathers as they burn away.
Like when you cook lobster.
Wow.
Oh.
So I'm gonna look up at the door, which has like the pounding noise on the door from the feathers, the noise of the fire, the heat of the flame, the giant ape standing next to me, and like all of like the raining showers of books and stuff, and be like, right, so the stealth route
Yeah.
working well so far.
Yeah.
You're not the only one who can destroy precious artifacts.
I still have. I never said it got destroyed. I've rolled it up. I've got it kind of sitting there.
Oh,
like,
that is awkward.
yeah.
I have quick question
Yep.
for the DM. If I
Hand
took
raised.
damage,
Hand raised.
if I took damage in the ape
yes.
form, do I have to
Make
do
a concentration check,
And
yeah.
if I have that battle mage hardened thing, I get it with advantage.
It's called War Mage.
Okay,
but
cool.
yeah.
And so what do I have to roll with? Is it my
Constitution check.
It's not. All right.
Constitution
cool.
plus half of your proficiency because
Okay.
you're a good butter.
One of them.
It's 11.
Okay.
If it's above 10, you're fine.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We cut back to Dez and Midori. You had a bit like
Who?
Hello. I'm
Dez
everywhere.
and Vinny. You had maybe a couple of seconds before Zariel smashed through the front doors behind you.
Oh, good.
Are you hiding?
Why would we do
running?
that?
Where are you running? What are you doing?
I mean,
Smash cut for me.
well, is Ariel in the... well, I'm guessing we're in the hotel foyer. Like,
Yeah.
Vinny is standing his ground. I don't know what Dez is doing.
Dez has gone to the opposite side of the room where I assume all of the people are standing,
Yeah.
sitting, whatever. And then she hours of reaping, so they go the other direction
So as a what kind of monk are you
to
again?
get them to leave.
Yeah, what kind of
Way of the Long Death.
Way of the Long Death. So in like you walk up, you take a moment to like use your monk focus, and then you just take this form for a moment like a wraith, and these people just lose their absolute shit.
As
and,
they should. Yeah.
and
It's Evanescence.
It's Evanescence, yeah.
Can you?
Nope.
It's a role-playing podcast.
No, I don't seem to remember the
We're on a
song.
deadline here. We
Yeah. Whoops.
Okay, well, fine.
Yeah.
So you land. They scurry into the kind of it's difficult for them, but the stairway that's leading up into the rooms, further up into
Just to get them out of the way, really.
Yeah. But you're standing. There's a nice marble floor raising up to your left, standing on the thing, your weapons ready, as Zariel smashes through the glass doors, lands 3-point poses, and you see this
Show off.
emanate from her, this kind of energy, and I need you both to make wisdom saving throws.
It's a magical effect.
Does she sing something?
Yeah, is she singing
spell.
Evanescence?
Doesn't matter if it's spell, it's just magical
It's not
effects.
Evanescence.
Yeah, I know, but she's also not doing Hour of Reaping.
Oh wait, is it? Why is he rolling with advantage?
Because I'm a
He's a
gnome.
gnome.
Oh yeah, no fair. Ooh.
Wisdom?
Yep.
So that is
Do I add proficiency? No, actually, do I add proficiency?
Two.
Shit, she's wise.
Just made it.
Oh shit. Wait, really?
It's a
I'm glad
15
I'm
on the die.
Yeah.
Plus 3 is 18.
Flip a coin for me, my man.
You have the coin. Oh, I flipped the coin.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
It's a 20.
20.
Ah.
Went up and down.
It was a flop. The coin flopped on the table.
You have seen powerful beings before, and usually they rule through fear. It is something that Vinny Cupcakes sometimes employs himself. You are drawn to power in many ways. This is different. This is awe. You are charmed by Zariel.
Oh no.
Which means...
Mechanically, that you cannot direct an attack against her.
Okay. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
I'm going to do something I have not done since I summoned her inside of Tarask's mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm going to summon Stephanie Ridiculous.
Yes!
Uh,
Stephanie Ridiculous.
demon. Sorry.
Summon greater demon is what he's talking about. Stephanie, we name our NPCs after wonderful people who support the show, either through iTunes reviews or tweeting or what have you. Stephanie Ridiculous was one of the names that came up in our reviews. And when it came time to be like, okay, you summon a specific demon, what's it called? That's the name we chose.
Yep.
And
That is
she's
definitely
been-
a demon's name.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
2 brass knuckles, but because she's a demon, it's got Stephanie and Ridiculous.
That's how many fingers she's got.
Perfect.
Per.
Yeah.
So good.
What kind of demon is she?
I
It's like
forget.
a big, like, horrifying ape-like creature.
Yeah, it's the one that, like, when you hit it, it just punches you back real hard.
Yeah.
It starts with a B. I'm sure it does.
Balgura?
Balgura sounds right?
Balgura?
Yes, Balgura. Balgura.
Still got it.
DM.
You should movie does.
Yeah. Balgura? Yeah, you know, nice with a bit of fettuccine.
So,
Fettuccine Balgura.
where do you summon this?
Directly on top of Zero.
Nice.
Like, just 5 feet above her.
Yeah.
So Stephanie drops on it.
You could even like do it like 30 feet up. So she just like as she's like stalking towards her.
How
this
good's Vinny at
ape
trigonometry?
demon. Just
She's flying currently.
No, she's not.
no, Zariel's landed on the ground. She's walking
Disregard
towards
that.
them.
No, Vinny's got really high int. He's great at
Yeah,
math.
but yeah, I just wanted to know, just
Yeah.
coincidentally then, how good he is at trig.
Yeah.
Despite being awestruck, Vinny has always had a lot of chutzpah about him.
Yeah.
And has.
It's like, you know who would love this right now? Stephanie Ridiculous.
Boom! And you open a portal, bringing. Well, it's only like a short range teleport. She is probably down beneath you, fighting the wars deep below Baldur's Gate. You summon her in, and she comes in a flying elbow and crashes down on Zariel.
I feel like from the portal is the faint noise of her theme music. Like a John Cena style, like really
Yeah,
brassy,
yeah.
bombastic
Just like some
thing.
Mick Gordon Doom shit. Like,
Yeah.
just that electric guitar
You hear
sting.
the brass knuckles punch together before you just chung, chung,
And you just hear the
and then
announcers.
this flying elbow.
Oh my God, JR! She has broken her in half!
Oh, Zariel has a whole family. So yeah, Stephanie Ridiculous comes in. I'm gonna have her roll with advantage.
She, when
Doesn't
attacks,
matter. It was a natural 20.
she makes 3 attacks though.
She makes 3 attacks.
Yeah, she gets 3.
All right.
+7 on her attacks.
+7. The first one was I think it makes sense for your purposes for a grapple if you're okay with
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
The rest, she's just kind of like pummeling around. She gets 1 attack, but misses the third. So roll for damage for one of the attacks.
Fist is a D10 +4.
Jesus.
That is 7 damage.
7
All
damage.
about that life.
Literally again.
Yeah.
4 sevens.
Yeah.
You should
Shane, they're
you
not
should gamble more.
Oh my god, how have I never looked at this? As an action, she can summon more Balguras.
What?
She ain't Stephanie Standard, so
Okay, so
Algura Maxima.
she
Tag team.
She has a hold of Zariel's wings, kind of like pulling her back like this. What are you doing?
I'm going to be like, great job, Vinny. And then I'm going to pick up Vinny by the collar and then jump out the nearest window that's not been broken yet.
No, I really want to watch this.
Nope, too bad.
On her turn, she is going to make a grapple check. Well, yeah. If you want to make a strength check, you're trying to beat a 28.
Nope. Funnily enough, that is a 7.
Stephanie Ridiculous comes flying out after you as Zariel streams again towards you both. So you come smashing out the window. You guys land on a building, stretches out. You've kind of hit fairly close to the edge of Baldur's Gate. There is a line of buildings that run this way, but you can see through the various windows that the next furthest one down is like just open space. It's like it falls down all the way down to the plain of Avernus.
So no chance catching that chain then.
Huh?
The chain. That's going to be the only one left. I
Yeah,
assume.
so that's because you were falling parallel to where this group was. Team Mole's Fist were going.
hang on. Can you just say that again?
Team Mole's Fist
Mole's
Fist.
Okay. Oh, yeah, right.
were
Sorry.
going. There are a few
Third time,
blocks.
can you hang on? I screwed up.
Nope. There is.
If you say 3 times and the mole's fist appears.
Yeah. We gotta
yeah,
be
you
careful.
don't want that to happen.
She's only got 2 Mole's Fists.
There are a few blocks that way. Like if you want to like head down the street, you'll get to Candlekeep.
Oh, so do we want to go to Candlekeep though?
You're gonna have to make your decision quickly because Zariel is
Vinny, Candlekeep,
arrowing
yes or no?
towards you.
Yes.
Okay, go. So yes.
What do you mean go? You're holding my collar.
I'm talking to myself. It's a pep talk.
Okay, you're doing great.
Thanks.
Can we say that they jump out of this factory and it's actually a factory?
Where they make the other factories.
They
Yeah,
make the
little
other factory.
factories. burst out as they jump out the factory.
Little
One human
factories made of
factory.
tiki-taki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's swooping towards you. You have maybe a round to run before she
Step
will.
of the wind.
She will use her legendary actions.
That's
and,
extremely
like,
rude.
She can definitely catch up to you
That
on
is a faux pas.
foot. Yeah.
Can I suggest something as a player at the
suggest
table?
something.
You could just drop the sword and see what happens, and then she'd go for the sword. And then it gives you time to keep running.
Vinny, drop the sword.
As you're okay.
The natural voice of Midori reminds Des she's carrying a sword too.
Yeah,
no,
but
no.
not the
Each
magic.
person has one. Each team has one sword.
Yeah, so it's like each team
Oh
has-
yeah, yours is a prop sword. Did you? My team, Mole's Fist, definitely.
You've
Just
got
gonna make this, but
you've
we
all got-
definitely also took the rubber cosplay swords.
You've got you've got rubber cosplay swords. Only 2 swords though have are
magic.
imbued with magic.
Yeah.
The real sword and the most promising fake, essentially. So Des, you start to run to the edge of this building, and right, like just to the left of you, as you run, like foot after foot, falls sheer the top of the building to all the way down, hundreds and hundreds of feet below you. You see skeletons and zombies from the catacombs of Baldur's Gate falling, and as they do, they're getting picked off by various demons and devils
nice.
before they hit down to the hallowed ground beneath you. You can see it like a scar of white across the red plains of Avernus. And you turn around and just say,
Drop the sword. Vinny, drop the sword. Drop the sword. Vinny, drop the sword. Vinny,
I'm hearing you want me to drop the sword.
drop the sword. Vinny.
you can see backwards, like
Yeah.
she's holding you by the scruff, and you're like turning
Yeah.
around, and you see Zerial kind of barreling towards you.
Can I drop the sword in such a way that on its path it looks like it's going to cut through the chain?
The chain is at
It's on the other side.
ooh.
No, it's at the bottom. It has to be at the bottom.
Yeah, it's
That's
at
how
the
gravity
bottom.
works.
It's
That's a good
attached down to the
point.
ground. You could huck it. Like you could try.
I huck it.
You huck it.
Yeah, huck it.
All right, my dude.
Hey,
roll to
Zerial,
huck.
your plan sucks.
And you just huck.
I have a 13 huck and roll.
Are you proficient with Huck?
I am.
It's going in the vague direction.
I feel
and
like
you
vague
see
is
Zer-
fine.
like this shining blade, despite not being actually real, definitely
She
like
doesn't know that.
Zerial starts to peels off. Like you can see her indecision, and then just whoosh,
What's
like,
Stephanie doing?
Stephanie Ridiculous. Well, like so, Stephanie she threw her out the window after you. Stephanie Ridiculous is chasing after is behind her even. So what do you want, Stephanie Ridiculous?
Same deal to like arms at the side, pin drop, following Zerial. her again.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have a pro wrestler vibe, just to
Yeah.
pile drive her into the ground.
Yeah. I'm into it.
All right, that is
yeah.
that like
Off the top rope.
goes off into the distance. Do you want to stand and
Stephanie ridiculous thug life.
thug life? She is ride or die.
Yeah. I love Stephanie.
I think she's.
Do you want to
both
stand
right now.
around watching this, or do you want to head?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Des, I need this.
Okay,
Before she
5 seconds and then
drags
we
you.
go.
And then you're like, and then
And
you
goodbye.
kind of see it before like a flock of flying devils like flies in between you, and you're like, no. But and then they pass, and then you see Stephanie Ridiculous. They're like battling it out. They're like rolling in the air, corkscrewing, bouncing off the chain. As Zerial's singular purpose is to try and get that sword. But then you turn and you start heading towards Candlekeep. Inside Candlekeep,
Mole's fist.
Team Mole's Fist.
Fists.
You guys are heading through a stone corridor leading from the library to kind of winds around to the spire.
Is the beating getting louder?
Oh yeah, it's like thundering through the walls. You kind of have to just slide around certain places where it curves, and you make your way to a kind of large. This is something of like a between a storeroom and kind of like a security gate, where the door in front of you is locked tight, and then you can see a small room ahead, which is in times past would have carried maybe a small, like 2 or 3 soldiers to guard the entrance to the tallest tower, the spire.
Are you done with the?
Yep.
Okay, everyone stared at me. It was really this. We're gonna go check out that. We'll check out that room first.
Yeah.
I think Lunche.
You have to go through it to get into
Okay.
the spire. So you kind of you're banging against.
Are you still a giant ape, Lunch?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay. What I want to have happen is that we all like peer around the side, and then this giant.
You've just been like it's real dusk
Yeah.
getting through these hallways.
Yeah.
You really had to kind of move your way through it, and you just like with one like foot just kind of smash the door open, and for these people for your friends to get through. I'm gonna say this doorway is very like
okay, Lunche just
Humans.
tries anyway, and then
you're just sitting there like one big ape eye just at the door. It's like just basically just your face at the door as your friends come in. As you do, there is a yelp from inside the room before.
Like a review.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is someone with 1 star.
It's a restaurant factory.
Ooh. So you guys get in. and there is a scuffle, and a few of the boxes kind of in the far corner kind of like fall over as you see some are like moved to kind of in like some kind of vaguely fortified position.
Okay. Lontre ends his spell of transformation. Now completely naked. He walks in the room after the other two characters. Like,
Toss him the priceless tapestry. Cover yourself up.
Lontre
Your broken
ties it
arm.
across his head like a bandana. Continues.
Oh no, you had a good berry in your pocket.
It's true. And a sword as well.
Oh, thanks for making that canon. But no sword. Luckily, I have a spare.
It's rubber.
My sword. But yeah, I know. Yeah. No, do you still have the rubber sword?
No, everything bursts off my body when I turn into a
Ah,
giant.
plan's ruined now. Anyway, let's walk towards this fortification thing.
As we do that, I cast Mend on your broken arm.
I really should have done that earlier. With my own healing. Thanks a lot for that.
Yeah, look, it's mostly used to fix broken things, so it may not be the best job.
Yeah, it's like a magical splint appear, like
Yeah.
a thing, and it just kind of
Good enough.
like a wet sucking sound, like your bone pops into place.
I don't flinch because the amount of pain I go through on a daily basis, getting the shit beaten out of me,
It's just a
is
regular
nothing.
number. Yeah.
Yeah,
The material components are 2 lodestones. Magnets.
I was mostly doing
Magnets
the
do
material
exist.
component.
Yeah, magnets
Oh.
do exist. Zach.
Look at that.
Who's got a magnetic hand?
No,
after
it's just
all?
a stone that carries loads.
There's loads of stones that are a component
Suspended
of
in
this.
water, you got yourself a compass.
Ooh. Was mostly just doing the material component to mess with him, but now now we're all wiser. Huh?
Neat.
So you don't get any hit points back, but your arm is no longer just like broken. So
That's cool. Thank you.
big ups.
Generally the most helpful thing anyone's ever done to me in the series of this campaign.
Oh no,
Wow.
breaking the narrative. I break your arm
Move on.
again.
You get to here, get to the boxes. There is
What kind
a
of
scurry-
boxes? Like cardboard?
No, they're like wooden crates that would
Okay.
have been used to like store various sundries, and they've been like pushed into the corner.
Right. We'll just walk up to them.
Yeah, you just kind of like move
Yeah.
onto the side.
All right.
You see the red hair and horns of Savris. She was the head librarian,
Oh,
kind of ducked down. She's like,
bless her.
"There's no one's here. No one's. Nope."
Oh, cool. Well, then I guess we'll keep walking.
Yeah, I just want you to know the books are fine.
Books?
Yeah.
You've been in there?
Oh, they are so
They're
good.
fine. Yeah,
Good
a few
news,
of
we
them
got-
fell on the ground, but we put them back. Everything's good.
That's so good. I was very worried
How
about
do you feel about, bookmarks? Because we got a bunch of those.
like dog earing the books.
No, I meant well, okay, a splinter is kind of like something you could use as like a bookmark to kind of, less said the better.
Yeah.
Books are fine.
Great. That's great.
So what's the policy if you did damage a book, in theory?
Yeah.
We have very severe fines.
Fine.
Up to 12 silver.
All right.
How? All right, you know what? Books are fine.
Some of those are replaceable, so it goes up to
All right, have some
a whole
ruby
gold
dust.
piece.
People keep telling me that things are irreplaceable today. What's up with that? I don't get it.
Baldur's Gate is a very old city. It houses some of the nation's oldest artifacts.
Oh, used to.
Why? What happened to them? You just said the books were fine.
Books are fine. The books, honestly, if I could put a number on the fine, it would be fine.
Okay, that's
Fine out of fine.
Fine out of fine.
Fine 100.
So what's up?
No, just fortifying, kind of squirreling down.
Can't help but notice that the infernal drum beats behind you, and the fortifications are in front of you.
Yeah.
Did you think this one through?
It was mostly kind of a. No, I didn't.
So you want to? We're gonna probably be going onwards.
Are you going up to the tower?
Yeah,
Oh, I have the keys actually. So.
that's quite handy.
I believe I do. It's one of these. She goes up to the door, and she starts futzing with keys.
Like a
She starts
proper
looking at one, and then-
Janitor keys.
Look, we got this. L'entrée.
You are.
You're the most confident man I know.
Oh, right. I mean,
Are you back? You're back in human form.
Landre immediately loses the keys.
They just hit the thing just out the window.
Well, I guess that just means we have a much more dramatic. I kick the door. Is it as big a door as I'm thinking?
It's like a big locked door. Like it's like
Cool.
a security door. You hurt your knee a little bit.
Next step.
He's like,
I'd like to say Landre
locked.
tries to hook the keys on his belt, but he's completely naked, so that's why they just fall sideways. Fall downwards.
you go over to the windowsill. It's now the ring of keys is sitting on like a broken shard of glass, like dangling.
All right. As the
Way
most
out there.
dexterous person here, Lontre.
Landre uses Mage Hand, a spell he never uses
Yeah.
because he can never think of a reason to bring the keys back up. Because we've only got 40 minutes left.
We gotta move this along.
Yeah. And Landre finds the key first try. It's the big one with the red horns on it.
So the
Yep.
librarian picks up the keys
key.
again. She
Yeah,
has
boss
the keys.
Yeah.
She's sitting there with the keys, and you're just like waiting there and waiting, and then you're just like, what is actually taking her so long?
I'm not there, so
What do you do?
Landre continues to wait because he's polite.
Lontre, play a little ditty.
Yeah. Landre plays a little bit of song.
Leto was, Midori, you hear the spectral voice of Midori going, maybe he meant some kind of inspiration.
You hear a thud on the door as
Occupado.
as you hear like that whistling of rushing feathers.
Oh, no.
Good. So the books are still fine, by the way.
Great that the books are fine. You see, she's just like flipping key over key. Over...
You're not even looking at the keys. You're just.
Oh right.
I feel like
Sorry.
you're wasting our time.
Sorry. No, of course not. I'm trying to open the door.
I'm going to try and intimidate
Yeah.
her into opening the door.
Get
Open the door, or I'll put you in my beak.
That is very intimidating. Please roll an intimidation check.
Okay. 10.
You see her start to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and then just like something goes over her eyes, and she just like straightens up again. So sorry. No, I am trying to open the door. Can someone make a perception check for me?
Sure.
Famous high roller Leto.
we'll proceed.
I mean, do we all get to, or is all the hopes and dreams riding on this dice roll? That is a
No.
Bad.
It's still single digits, buddy.
6.
You don't see much of anything, but
I trust
those
her
feathers-
implicitly.
There's a librarian there.
There's a librarian there. The others.
Oh my god, Lontre.
Wasn't
Yeah, nailed that one.
What was it?
With the 10 all up.
total wisdom plus half your proficiency.
Oh, yeah, I've got that.
Got
That
some.
was dramatic.
I just got 19 plus
see
my.
that?
Given that you were the one that tried to intimidate her and the kind of glassiness that you saw of her, you see as she turns around and starts flipping through the keys again, right near the hairline at her neck, like kind of bundled in because she's wearing like a ponytail because she's a librarian.
Of course.
Wow.
Wow.
You see what appears to be a feather, like the quill of which is embedded in the back of her neck.
I yank it out.
Gross.
You go to grab it.
Yeah.
All right. Make a. I don't know, a strength. It could be a dexterity check. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Oh, I'm trained in sleight of hand. 17.
Yeah, you snatch it, and it like starts to immediately like squirm within your grasp. You see the quill like bending towards your hand, trying to get purchase. As for a moment, Severus just kind of like falls against the door, and then like her eyes perk up, and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am really. I will open this door." And she like spins the keys on her finger, grabs the one out of the air, and just chink chink, and the door's open. As you throw the feather through the window beneath you, you jump through the door as the door behind you breaks open, and you slam the door.
Does she come with us?
Yeah. She's in with you. She's like, I think this is maybe as far as I go. I don't want to be up on the. There's a lot of things going on up there.
Sounds fine. Books are fine.
Yeah.
Great. That wasn't okay. Make a deception check for me.
My rolls have been great today.
You didn't
I
actually
can't wait
care
for...
beforehand.
Ooh,
Oh,
16.
16.
Wait.
Good. Everything else has been going so very terribly in the last couple of days.
Yeah. I could see how this could be the final straw, really.
I'm
So
glad
it's
the
really great,
books are
honestly.
okay.
The books are just random question. You know that mend thing you were doing before? How has that got a lot of utility to it? How many of those you got?
Mend? Oh, it's a cantrip. I can mend all day.
Okay, you got a spare 10 years?
Why would he need us? Why would?
That's fine.
Why would they need
We
us?
start heading out.
As you kind of like walk up these, it's kind of strange. You have to like, because it's like a spiral staircase. You have to kind of like walk up a curve and then jump back to grab on, and then it's a bit of a hassle. But you manage to make your way up the staircase. About halfway up, it's probably like 3/4 of the way up. The top is just kind of like what appears to be on purpose. Various debris has been packed into the top of it, just like broken shards of furniture and timber has just been like making it almost like completely impassable wall. You can backtrack a little to there is window holes, also just called windows. A little further back, a little further down, to pop you out about about like
When you say
3/4 of the way up.
impossible, we have the blade of Zariel, which is real good at cutting.
Yeah.
You reckon?
You could cut a bit. You know that your friends are sitting there, kind of like trying to take care of Zariel. You can go the expedient way, or the
Let's go through the window holes.
All right, let's go
Yeah.
through the window holes.
Window
Said.
holes.
smash the window out. The wind immediately starts to like howl and whip into the area. You drag yourself up onto the top side of the tower. Now it stretches out in front of you like a gangway plank. As you start to walk across, in front of you now, you can see this like multi-tiered skeleton. What appears to be like rib
Like
cages.
multi-tiered, like a cake, a wedding cake.
Kind of multiple rib
Wedding cake
cages
skeleton.
have been multiple rib cages have been kind of like attached together to form kind of like this like
Human
crest of the
centipede.
skeleton.
more like a totem pole. Each one of its arms reaching out, and these like kind of fire blackened drums that it's beating on.
It must have been the undead we sensed earlier.
Yeah, it was just the one.
Hang on. Ah, yeah.
Yep.
That's totally undead.
Um,
All right. Is there a kind of...
as we switch back to
Hey.
Team Eagle's Claw, making your way towards the good old Candlekeep.
Yep.
Des, you're doing most of the heavy lifting in terms of acrobatics and literal heavy
It
lifting.
doesn't weigh that much.
He doesn't weigh that much.
Yeah.
As you get to the last kind of jump that'll get you inside the castle walls gates, between you, Zariel just rises, holding the glowing sword and the slowly dissipating head of Stephanie Ridiculous.
Oh no! Wow.
Throws it off to the side.
But this whole podcast has been the story of Stephanie Ridiculous.
She was the protagonist.
Oh, and if a demon dies in hell, then they're dead for reals.
Well, this is Avernus, so you believe might go back to the abyss, but
Seems unlikely.
Well, I mean, next time you cast the spell,
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
whether your girl comes back or not.
Yeah.
yeah.
You might get Stephanie quite sensible.
She has so many letters.
She's wearing like a business suit. Her hair's gone from all like messed up to just like a very nice.
Like a librarian.
Just had a glow up.
I don't like this at all.
No. Zariel snaps the blade in front of you,
It's a fake.
Oh, by the way, that was fake.
Yep.
lands in front of you, takes 2 steps. Make a charisma saving throw.
Both of us, I
Yeah.
assume.
Magic.
16.
16. And that is
14.
17 for me.
22 for me.
Ooh. You feel a zone of truth. Your tongue becomes much more likely to to
Tell the
undermine
truth.
you.
Oh, great.
You don't have to speak though.
The
because Zach's tried to do
Am I
this.
still
world's-
charmed?
No, that would have by the time you left. So she's walking towards you. All right, how good are you at lying? Let's go, bud. Zariel stalks towards you. She has a simple question, which is, where is the sword?
Does he have to reply?
So hang on, do I need to... Am I affected by the zone of truth?
No,
Ah,
you just passed.
cool. I will say to her, we got something else to discuss first. I got no idea what's going to happen when I do this, but I've been itching to try. And I cast Finger of Death.
Okay.
Those parties.
Has it? All right. What's my rolls?
It's a con saving throw,
Yeah.
and if she fails, she takes 7d8 plus 30.
Uh-huh.
And if she passes, she takes half that.
Okay.
Necrotic.
Yeah. What was it? Constitution saving?
Con.
Con. She fails. However, she's going to use a point of legendary resistance. And choose to succeed instead.
Wow.
How it's written. It's written in the most passive-aggressive way. It's like, they can instead choose to succeed.
Rude.
Okay, well,
Very.
What privilege.
I know.
Being able to choose to succeed.
I choose to succeed.
A better parents were legendary too. It's just a hereditary.
Yeah, right?
22.
1%.
There's no bootstraps.
Bootstraps.
22 and 12 is 34. Half of 34 is 17.
Is that still plus the 30?
17 plus 15 is
Okay.
27. 32 damage.
32 damage. Necrotic damage?
Necrotic.
Huh.
She is bloodied.
Nope.
Des, it's not working. Your turn.
Glances off her. She uses a legendary action now and like springs towards you. Well, actually, initiative. I mean, we can do initiative, but she just like streaks towards you and grabs you, Vinny, by like her entire hand and comes in your head. Please make a strength check for me,
Jeez.
or acrobatics or strength.
Acrobatics, please.
Yeah. Trying to beat a 23.
Acrobatics is a +6. Nope. Yep.
She grabs you. Des, you can make a check if you want to, but you'd have to make a strength check to beat 23. And she just, with a huge beat of her wings, just flies upwards and away, holding Vinny by the face. Whoosh, away.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to follow, but I also feel like I should at least try to let her not take him. But if I do that and I succeed, does she just take the head?
I mean, I've died twice, so
Would he just be a talking head at that point?
Nope.
Oh, shame.
He needs a spine and things still.
Or at least a bucket and a skateboard.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my
Only
god.
half undead.
We can have a permanent bucket skateboard character.
Every time you move, it's roll to kickflip.
If you don't roll a 20, you never move.
Bucket falls over.
Oh, God.
It's just-
Okay. I'm going to. I feel like the safest action for Vinny is to let her take him.
Yeah.
Oh no,
for
I agree.
now. And then she'll just follow.
Up.
Yep.
um,
Because up right now is up the buildings, so she's.
Yeah,
As she
so-
goes up, Vinny says, colder.
she's streaking now towards the chain.
Oh, she's going down.
So you were going like towards Candlekeep, right?
Yes.
The spire of Candlekeep is jutting out that way, right?
Okay,
Out
yeah.
of the well, she is flying up and
We're
over
that way.
to the
Going that
chain.
way. Oh, I see.
Yeah, she assumes that this was a ploy, given that the sword was a fake, etc., and is going to defend the chain. Des, I will assume you're using all your movement and action to try and
Absolutely.
get towards
Yeah.
where she's going.
Yes.
The team Mole's Fist.
Mole's
Fist.
You are atop the tower, walking towards this beat of the drum as it's like louder and louder.
Walking out
It's
of
like out like it's deafening to be this close. As you're moving closer and closer, you don't hear the flap of wings far off as Zariel approaches closer and closer. But you're heading towards this drummer. What is your intention to do?
Do you want to know what my actual intention was here?
What are you wanting to
I
do?
was really hoping that there was a dance floor style thing.
Look,
Breakdance fight.
Yep.
I think Lantre runs up to it.
as you get close, like really close,
Yeah.
you can see that there is sigils and marks that have been kind of like burned in where these blackened drums lie. They are emanating powerful necrotic energy. You believe, given the closeness of the companion star, which is kind of serving as the engine with this as the rudder, this is set up like any instrument within this power, this circle of power will act as the rudder. What do you wish to do?
Act as the rudder.
Metaphorically, the companion star is acting as the engine. The whatever is inside here is creating a beat and a direction to rally the undead hordes.
Is the skeleton paying attention to us at all?
No,
Okay.
it's just like yep, just blasting it out.
Can
Greatest
Aaron
solo of all
just
time.
start beatboxing?
Yes, you may.
Which is like
Team
Because you're-
Mole's Fist. Team
Mole's
Mole's
Fist.
Mole's Fist.
And then while you're doing that, because you are a pelican, there is just like
There is just just bits of fish coming out,
Oh,
Yeah, that's amazing.
out of a bucket.
and I start performing a rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, go on.
Yeah.
the lyrics.
I feel like what you laid down was good enough.
All you undead in Avernus, gotta listen to me. We're gonna turn yous into dust and your weapons to rust. Check me out. I'm someone you'll trust.
Mole's Fist.
Fist. All right, roll a performance check with advantage, please.
11.
You like together with like the Lantre's
I was
inspiration,
I
which
was
you
gonna
totally gave her.
yeah, I was gonna assist.
you can give a bardic
I
inspiration.
mean, we're
Yeah, you
both
can give
assist in
Aaron
our own way.
Prem. You can give.
Bardic
I don't
inspiration?
know how to use that. Bardic inspiration. So which is a D
1d8
for you.
Add 1d8.
Oh, add a D8.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt, but I was.
Oh.
Can I dance
16.
and just
16.
see if that helps or not?
16.
Really?
You know, so
Okay.
would it help?
I feel like it's a 50-50 to help or hinder, and I'll take those chances.
You are clearly making a difference. There is like
Just like my donations to charity.
making a difference. The necrotic energy is kind of permeating. Your performance is permeating the kind of like necrotic shroud that is around the drummers, but you can't seem to quite get through. Make a perception check. Everyone with, yeah, make a perception check.
Ooh.
gotta roll one decently today. Oh, I got highest. 19.
19.
Did I succeed in a thing?
Yeah, you look behind you. Zerial's on her way.
Oh, I'm so happy I
She's
saw.
still holding me?
Yeah.
Hey, Vinny.
Okay.
Are you guys
Where is the ship?
The ship is clinging to the bottom. So you have a
By the bottom chain?
No, so it's clinging to the bottom of the catacombs, which is
The other side?
North-ish.
yeah.
Up.
Up. So map north
Turn
is
north.
up.
Yep.
So essentially, Baldur's Gate right now, from the bottom of the top to the top, from like the bottom of the city, not gravity wise.
This is too much.
How the like from the catacombs to the street side.
Are you doing a rap now?
It's essentially a giant triangle like this.
Goes
right?
to the streets there.
So one side of the triangle is down where you are, which is the chain holding it down. At the tip of it is like kind of where the ship is.
Okay, so has Ariel seen the Mole's Fist
Mole's fist.
yet?
You can barely see from
Yeah.
the way she's holding you, but you assume she's like going directly for them.
Okay. So it is too late to lie to her.
We're
So-
trying to cut through the chain with the sword. And there's a big skeleton totem pole in front of us. It's not paying any attention to us.
Yeah.
But it is acting as a rudder, but we can also just ignore it and cut through the chain
Yeah.
with the sword.
If you want.
Is this what we're looking to do, Midori?
I don't know. You were talking to the DM, not me.
I know now I'm talking. I was talking to myself for a second. But,
Okay, could you repeat that?
should we be cutting
Ariel's
through
getting
this chain?
closer.
So hang on, she's
closer.
flying straight for the windows?
They're on top of the tower.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Is she flying at us?
Yeah.
Can
Okay,
I?
hear me out. There's a big skeleton man behind us. She's coming towards us. I've got a big red tapestry.
I think
He says, whipping it off of who's wearing it. Sorry. Sorry, society.
Sorry, society. Heroes of the nation. She's a very intelligent, ancient creature.
No, let's go with this. Let's go with this.
Are you still holding the sword?
It's on my back.
So you're the one with the sword.
Yeah.
All right.
Why are you asking?
She doesn't hit the red tapestry.
Hang
but
on,
she
hang on.
hits-
She's still holding me, right?
Yeah.
She's flying directly at him, and he's standing in front of the skeleton, brandishing this flag.
Yeah.
Can I hold my action and point blank Eldritch Blast her and repelling blast her into the ground?
You can. First of all, you need to make a wisdom saving throw as you get closer to the drum beat. Whatever undead part of you is starting to turn. Boogieing Vinny.
Oh, no.
Oh, Vinny.
Total?
It's more than a 10. I think it's an 11.
Yeah, you start to twitch. Your arms aren't under your own control. You start to twitch as Zerial slams full into you, Midori, as
Did I get any opportunity to dodge that at all, or is she just gonna hit me?
I tried, buddy.
attack roll.
Can
Yeah,
I
I mean, I
do a
tried to.
cutting? Can I do a cutting words?
I
on
had to
that
ask to
attack
even
roll?
get a chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
A cutting
I
words.
just tried to say it, and it still didn't work. That's true.
Yeah. So as she comes careening towards Midori, she is essentially making a strength check to push you into the ground. Essentially, what cutting words do you say? I can't believe
have
you've
to
remembered
say-
how to
I have
cutting
to
words
say,
as well. This is
I actually
a
had to say words.
all-time greatest hits from you, Luntress.
Say ruby dust and throw sand at her.
That's what I do. I say ruby dust, but I'm completely naked, so I'm like, ha! But I've just got
Pocket
nothing in my
sand.
hands.
You just like
No, it's
Right.
a fake. It's a fake.
you fake.
Yeah.
All right.
Do not have any.
The old pocket sand
yeah,
bluff.
roll back, it's,
roll
yeah.
roll your d8.
D8.
I believe.
7.
Yeah.
7. Okay, so that cuts her down to a 17. Make a strength or athletics or acrobatics check.
Can I use my prepared action?
We forgot to use these until now. Yeah, so earlier I gave you each, much as we've done in previous like heist
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
You can have
Wasn't super heisty, but cool.
one instance of not necessarily heist, but like a planned
Yeah.
caper.
Yeah.
Caper. One instance of pre-planning where if a challenge comes up, you can be like, actually, I prepared for this. We flash back, we describe how you prepared for it, and then what?
She comes careening towards me,
Yeah.
and at the last second, a dust of appearance comes over the shield I had raised. Behind the red tapestry.
Oh yeah.
Comes tearing through the priceless artifact, and as she hits me, clonks her,
I love that.
pushing her backwards
Yeah.
at Mach
And
10
at the
or whatever.
speed she was going at, you both like ricochet off each other. One of you going like Zerial careens off off into the distance below. You heard like a wing crack.
Sorry, Vinny.
And you go back as well. This is how this shield works. You go careening off the edge of the tower.
This is not new
As
to
you
me.
start to fall, what do you do with the seconds you have?
First of all, I really wish that I still had another one of those prepared actions.
Yep.
Can I say that Des finally gets to the tower, sees him go shooting off, and is like, "Damn it!" And goes after Midori.
You want to
use
jump off
my-
after him?
Yeah.
I use my
So-
inherent flight.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware, the way this
Okay.
is working out, this is the highest point of Baldur's Gate, right?
Right.
You're right up there. So if you fall, you're not falling like beneath you is
Nothing.
Yeah, nothingness. All the way down to Avernus.
So what you're saying is if I jump off after him, then I'm going all the way to Avernus.
Yes, indeed.
Don't jump.
Goodbye, Midori.
Okay. So, I'm falling downwards.
Yeah.
And I can only see just above me, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell, "L'entrée, get ready!" And I'm gonna misty step up 30 feet so that I'm still, I won't be able to get anywhere.
Yeah, 'cause
But I am up in the air and it's going to buy them a couple of seconds to do something to save me. And I'm just going to hope that L'entrée got a plan.
I think at this point, when Midori yells, "L'entrée, get ready," L'entrée has jumped off the edge completely naked and doing the same speed dive, like arms next to him, but completely naked. So if you have ever Googled naked skydiving, this is pretty much what's happening.
Oh.
There's a lot of like.
He helicopters to safety.
And
For the love of God.
and now
Have you played Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Do you have a rope? Do you have anything? You
L'entrée,
just
completely
literally jumped.
naked, jumps down, and when Midori Misty steps up, he grabs onto his hand, and
Yeah.
then he uses, because I hope this is still within 90 feet, Thunder Step, so that they both go. Shoot back up.
As you appear, a naked L'entrée hits you at Mach forces, grabbing you. You spin around, L'entrée. You spy the end of the tower, and Thunderstep over there, appearing like your forms twist into a thunderous bolt as it lightnings your way over to the tip of the tower.
cool.
On one side of you, the companion star pulsing with energy. In front of you, the chain holding down valiantly holding the end of the last chain that's holding down Baldur's Gate.
And as we spin through the air, I'm also going to use that time to also wrap him back up in the remains of the tapestry for decency. And just in case
in
anyone
this
was planning to
lightning-
do any fan art so that it's publishable.
As you appear in the lightning bolt, you appear already covered. You're
Also,
wrapped
if
in-
anyone wants to make fan art of the naked skydiving, feel free.
do not send those.
I feel like we
Send it
need
in.
naked
Zachary
fan art
Naomi.
of naked L'entrée holding Midori. That's what the people want.
Sure. That was a pretty cool team moment. I'll take it.
You appear there. What do you do? The Oh no, you're still in.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still being held by the face, Zachary. I tried to do stuff. I was like, no, it's fun.
I mean, I feel like we're concentrating on what's happening here.
Yeah.
You'll come out in the wash.
Yeah. Where did we fall to? After,
Falling still.
well, no, like Zerial's still holding me, right?
Yeah. So you're like kind of like spiraling through. You're away from the effects of the drums now. What is there something you wish to do?
Yeah. Is Zerial's attention on me?
She is. Her attention is on trying to right herself.
Okay.
She has a small amount of regeneration that is like slowly repairing her.
First up,
Yeah.
I will say, "Hey, Zerial," and I will Eldritch Blast her twice.
Please do.
That's a 24 and a nat 20 is a 30.
Oh, all right.
So one of those is 13 damage,
Yeah.
and the other is, Jesus, that was 8 damage. And I will knock her just in various directions 10 feet a pop when I hit her.
You see her trying to like
In the wing, too.
yeah, she's just trying to get her bearings, and she keeps like flying around.
Then I will say, "Now that I got your attention," and I will reach
See
my
her
hand in my
about to
pocket,
throw you.
and I will do myself 10 damage as I pull a spell slot out of my devil snuff box.
Okay, this is a magical item you have that it damages you an amount.
Half my hit dice.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Well, I roll half my hit dice.
Yeah, for damage.
So I will do, 10 damage to myself.
Yes.
And then Dimension Door back to the rest of the party. And just before I pass through the door, I'll say, "Swords back up on the tower."
You jump backwards through as this like infernal portal appears in front and behind you as you jump backwards, and you see her like she just hurls you, and then the portal appears behind you and you go through it. She stops herself, finally gets her momentum back, goes to reach through the portal before it closes, and you see her now the people on the tower,
And it
she's
closes around her arm and cuts it off.
Yep, that's how that
no
works.
arms.
And she dies. That's that one.
So she starts ascending rapidly up towards you. What are you guys
Sent
doing?
into Avernus.
Wait.
What are you guys doing?
So listen, Midori, do we put the sword on the chain or in the thing? The
Oh,
star?
no.
Which one?
I mean, we
Is
could
it
do both, but with what order? I never planned for
Is it
this.
both of them?
I didn't think they were this
Alright.
close together. They're paralyzed by choice.
I would like to use my prepared heist thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I reach into my beak. And I pull out a bottle of champagne and 5 glasses. I start pouring.
Start pouring.
I guess.
Excellent.
But,
So are you gonna cut the chain?
yeah.
There's a lot of glass in that beak.
Yeah.
Look, here goes the
Amazed
dramatic
it
tension.
survived, really. Like,
Right,
Well
I take
done.
out the flaming sword.
Yeah. Starts to smile.
How far? Hang on. How far? I put back in the flaming sword. How far away is the companion star?
It's probably like 3 or 4 feet. Like it's right next to each other.
like this far.
About
And
there.
I'm saying, okay. So when I cut
It's
this
about
chain,
it's about 10 or 15 feet.
when I cut this chain,
They're on either ends of the top of the
Yeah.
spire. The companion star touches it's
Alright.
very close to one side. The chain is on the other.
I think I get the dimensions of it.
Yeah.
Basically, though, if I cut this chain, Baldur's Gate's going, and everything's fucked. We're all moving really
not
fast.
necessarily, because it's not essentially it was pulled this way because there was only one thing holding it. Without anything on it, you're not essentially
Gravity's gonna realign itself, or we're going to move, or something's gonna happen when I cut this chain, right? Would I be able to, in one round, let's say, even though we're not in initiative order, cut the chain and throw the sword into the thing?
Sure.
All right. Well, then
What did
You have two
what did you
attacks.
miss?
I'm going. Well,
Okay.
here we go.
Oh,
Can
God.
Why would you put that into the universe?
Famous good high roller Midori.
Can I thunderstep from Midori?
Let's do one thing at a
together?
time.
That's a cool idea.
Cut the chain. It takes one good swing before it's severed, and you feel immediately the entirety of Baldur's Gate start to move. The G-forces just pulling your arm back as you reach forward and hurl the sword towards the companion star, end
Or I
over
do, so I-
end
I
over
say-
end. it goes towards it before Zerial, midway. You're not sure where it hit, but you can't get your bearings right enough to see as the entirety of Baldur's Gate rights itself. You all are thrown to the ground, holding on to whatever's dear to you, to whatever is nailed down before the entire city rights itself. You take a second, you stand up, you walk over, you rush over, like, ready to see the worst. Zerial, the sword of Zerial, plunged in her chest. You can see the blade eating away at her physical form. The divine nature of the blade undoing the corruption, and there's nothing left. There's nothing other than corruption for Zerial. She has fallen entirely. It is eating away at her, but she is starting to reform. And not only that, spikes of corruption are going through the blade itself.
Oh no.
All of you gather round. One of you goes to grab the sword, and much like when you first tried to grip it, it burned you. All the terrible things you had done, given that it was a sword of pure divinity before, all the terrible things you'd done had come to, like, it would react to that. It would only be wielded by a person of pure heart. This blade, however, as you goes to touch it, feels ice cold. As you touch it, all the goodness all the good acts that you've ever done come burning towards the forefront of your mind, at odds, the forces of the universe at odds with you touching this blade.
Why are you all looking at me?
Engulfed in corruption. Zeria herself starts to reform, her face becoming slowly somewhat animated. The last time you were able to, when the sword was a pure divine blade, as you all come together, and together all of your goodness was enough to wield this blade.
Vinny reaches out and tries to grab the sword.
Look, it's not really hurt, like, it's not incredibly hurtful to you. But you've done good things too.
Accidentally, most of the time.
Oh my god, Vinny's a softie!
Our powers combined?
Yeah.
Does the darkness within us overcome
Yeah.
the sword?
I'd hate to break the news to you all, but you aren't great people. Help me out here.
Wow.
And I hold up the paladin card.
That's like very at this point.
I have documentation.
Yeah.
I definitely have a man
Behind
in my
him,
fridge.
bursting out of the windows of the library, just exploding from the burning books inside that you lied about.
Those are fine.
All right,
I am on record. Those are fine.
Landre steps forward, and the tattered material that Midori wrapped him in drops to the ground, and he puts his hand on the sword as well.
It hurts, it stings, but you're managed, like, all the good deeds feel like lead in your mouth as you touch this sword. It feels
They're
uncomfortable.
replaced with thoughts of every bad thing you've ever done to Dave and Horse.
Yeah, so many things. That's why I'm fine.
Focus on the evil acts you've done.
And that guy with the hip flask
Yeah.
and that stuff.
Yeah. All of you.
I grab it and I haven't really done
Yeah.
anything. I'm fine.
There's a lot of stuff that comes up,
Like what?
boiling up to the surface that you realize and quickly don't make eye contact with the group.
Aaron remembers the time he killed Hopper from Stranger Things.
Oh my god.
with the dragon friends a couple months back.
You pull the sword together and plunge it into the companion star. It pulses and then glows with divine fury, and starts to pull the entirety of Baldur's Gate through it. Slowly and less violently than when you first came through. You are rushing through a tunnel of light. For the barely fortunate party, you realize that if Baldur's Gate comes crashing down back where it was, your ship is clung to the bottom near the catacombs. If it goes back, squeeze ship.
No.
Together you make this realization and you start to
Patricia.
Patricia, you say your goodbyes, you drink your champagne and start to sprint.
Stop for the champagne.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely.
Got a moment for
realize
bubbles.
When are we gonna get to do this
Can't
again?
not drink it. It's gonna go flat.
Exactly. Yeah. Already open.
It's like the ship.
You start to head down through the catacombs, like you're racing. You don't know how much time you have.
No, we jump off the side.
Yeah,
the
we
ship
do.
will catch us.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you run to the edge. You leap. The kind of like rushing white light that's passing by you as you go through this tunnel of portal magic. You start to like be brought back in, dropping as you see the layers and layers of catacombs pass you before a huge scorpion tail like scoops you out of the air and drags you back. As it goes to climb up the catacombs, it's starting to become uneven, like the footholds not being secure. Patricia, the pilot of this ship, is like, what are we doing exactly?
Leaving. We're getting out of here. Up from the bottom. Gotta
Okay.
go on top.
And she jumps
What?
off
Why?
into you see yourselves careen into the white portal magic that is like a nimbus around the rest of the city. You hope beyond hope that the city gets where it needs to go, and it does. But the barely fortunate party are lost within the plains.
Again.
Well, I mean,
And we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Descent into Avernus. It was probably unlike the published adventure, Descent into Avernus.
To be fair, we only just got the book, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
This has been so amazing. Thank you so much to Wizards of the Coast for this wonderful opportunity. To the lovely Audio-Technica people, from the giveaways to this wonderful space. This has been awesome. This is better than anything I think we were initially thinking
Deserve.
about. Yeah.
Yes.
they're the
Yeah.
real Mole's Fist.
They're the real team.
All first.
Thank you for all the late nights that Matt and Matt.
Yeah, Matt. The
Thank you
Matts
both.
Thank you, Matt.
have been
you, Matt.
have been pulling. We appreciate it so much. To Good Games for their support even before this wonderful period and during. You've been great. Elderwood Academy for these incredible dice boxes, as well as so many giveaways. You're wonderful people. Thank you to Jordan for joining us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Thank you to our previous guests, Lucky and Panda. Should we do... It's 10 p.m. now. This is when we should end. We could do talks.
Oh, we got some quick questions. We got some quick questions.
Smack.
Quick questions. What are they?
Okay, quick questions. Who's Midori's patron? Are they okay with murder? Probably not.
No, I've never really discussed my patron on purpose. That'll be a later arc.
We'd also love to introduce a very, very special guest. Most of the time, they're behind the scenes, putting
You
together
can
these
read out the
episodes.
questions.
Putting together these episodes.
He's here.
Austin flew in today from America to be with us.
Yay!
Woo! Austin is a wonderful human being who is our editor, our producer, our lifelong friend.
Get your mouth in that microphone.
Come sit.
On this microphone
Come
here.
sit.
Yeah, read those questions out.
The ones that aren't on on Zach's screen. This is now that an Avernus arc has come to an end. What was everyone's favorite part?
Ooh.
Favorite moments?
Vinny becoming
highlights?
invincible.
Yeah, that's a good.
I really like the moment where you fell from the Bleeding Citadel, like all those pieces coming together. That was something I planned for a while and really enjoyed that bit.
Killing Vinny.
Killing Vinny. Vinny killing himself.
I think my favorite was using the grappling hook when we clearly failed all of the skill challenges. And just pushing it into this giant monster, and it just solved everything. It was
Yeah.
great.
To the effect of Vinny dying, since the DM seems to like to kill player characters, do the players have backups in case of a death?
Yes.
I do. Yep.
Never.
So when we fought, during the episodes previous to this, when we fought, I believe Korg, he was like a weird turtle boy. He hit Des with harm, which reduced her hit points down to like 2 or 3. And if she had been hurt at all, she would have been instantly killed because
Permadeath.
it would have gone into her negative max HP.
Yep.
She was rolling a character.
I was literally rolling
She was like,
spot.
cleric, I guess. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
And a couple of final things here about the future of I Speak Giant. Will I Speak Giant be streaming more in the future?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are going to start streaming. We're going to bring a couple of guests into it. We're going to be starting some new campaigns entirely, which I am super excited about. I got them new campaign jitters. I'm super psyched.
And this final question here. I heard there's something about I Speak Giant happening at PAX. What's that? PAX Australia?
We are doing a live show at PAX.
Which
It's-
packs?
When's PAX?
Which packs?
Luke, what? How many hours till
It's
PAX?
in like fucking 5 days, 19 hours, 32 minutes. Soon, next weekend.
Yeah, this weekend on Friday, 8 p.m.
That theater.
In the
Wombat Theatre.
Just
I was like,
For
that.
anyone not at PAX, you'll also be able to watch it on twitch.tv/PAX2.
Yes. It's going to be not entirely story based. People are still going to play their own characters, and we're going to play through a fantasy version of PAX. It's going to be good fun. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
But this has been wonderful. We'll announce our giveaway winners for these wonderful headsets. Let's go.
What's it like being behind the DM screen?
I get to see all Zach's notes.
While you're there, can
have
you just
notes?
say we're all level 20?
Yeah, you're all level 20. now.
Doesn't work like that.
Can you read the top note on that page right there?
It says but.
And here.
It also says what there.
So thank you to Gabriel, to AP, and to Jessica. You all receive a super sweet headset from our friends at Audio Technica.
That will make
Lovely.
you
Be
better
in
at
contact
gaming.
because those are just first names. So
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll send it out to you. We'll send you emails.
sorry for anyone that Zach just gave false hope to.
Yeah, it's bad.
But you are all honorary members of Team Molfist.
All fists. All right. You are loved. Don't die to
Molfists.
Molfist.
Well,
Molfists!
Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye. We'll see you next time. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for having